Information and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
All right, so check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, you made it. Welcome back to the 6th Borough. We are live from 6:30 to 8:30. I'm going to give some quick shout-outs to our sponsors, Hideaway Lounge Club in Palm Beach, Get Solar with Tom. Quick shout-out to Tom, Pizza Rica, Boca Raton. So check it out. We're going to take it back to our crazy host that we have. We got Denise in the building. We got Joe. We got Mag, Job, Kenny. And ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nico. Are you ready, guys, to have a good time? Welcome back to the 6th Borough. Take it away, Denise and Joe.
Welcome to the 6th Borough, another Friday night in Boca Raton, and we are live. What a show, Denise. Take it away.
My goodness, what an opening. I'm blown away. I'm so excited. The energy before we went live, y'all, I wish you could just be here and watch it and feel it with us because it's just amazing.
We should tape that.
We really should tape that and let everyone just join in. But if you've been listening to the True Oldies, just stay tuned because we promise you to continue that energy, bring you back to some old school thinking, some old school ways that we've had, you know, from the days of when we were in the 80s and we were on the stoop listening to music or playing on the street with stickball or anything like that. The 6th Borough is your home. If you come from the north or any city thereabout and you've moved down here, you are in the 6th Borough and you are family. Is that right?
Exactly.
You are definitely family.
That's why we sure are. The 6th Borough.
The 6th Borough. We are a 2-hour show, so just sit back if you're on 95, which I'm sure you are, and you're headed towards Miami right now. You got the boat show going on, so be prepared to sit for a very long time. And
yes,
just
call us.
Call us.
Join in on the show. Please call us. What's that number?
888-994-4995, Studio A. And I just took that away from Kenny. Everyone, Kenny Madchop is here. Kenny, how are you?
I'm
doing great.
With social media over there.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to make sure I keep up with everybody. But let me tell you, I can't see the phone number from here. Oh. And I haven't memorized it yet.
You mean you haven't memorized it yet?
She memorized it.
I haven't called in.
That is true. How often do we call yourself?
He's always on the show.
Well, we actually have a great show lined up, everyone. For those of you that did not have an opportunity to see the show last week, Joe, you want to tell them how they can go ahead and see the show and who was on the show last week?
They could go to our website, www.powerupradio.tv.com. We had Tyler Gallant. We had great actor, and Jonathan Fargus talking about his movies.
Yep.
What else did we have on? A week ago. That's a long time for me.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can't. I'd forget my own name if I didn't tattoo it on my stomach.
Yes, exactly. Well, it's the ADD kicks in.
Yes. Who
And
else
then,
was on? We had somebody else, didn't we?
well, let's see. Garcia, would you mind please bringing up the flyer so we can actually show everyone who was on last week? It's just crazy. This is what this is the moment of CRS. Does anyone know what that is?
No.
You can't
Can't remember stuff.
Stuff.
Can't remember what.
That's the
Stuff.
stuff. That's the nice way of saying it.
Yep.
But, well, if you want to catch that show, you can actually go to the YouTube channel, too.
Yeah, but you can catch. Well, if you go to our website, it'll take you everywhere, right? It'll
That
show
is
you
correct.
All of our social media, and you'll be able to catch up on all the old episodes and everything we've done. The past couple of weeks have been phenomenal. It's like every week is better and better and better. And tonight, dear friend of mine, Tommy, came all the way from the Bronx, no, Brooklyn, New York, to see me. I'm a Bronx boy, that's why I say the Bronx.
I'm the Brooklyn girl.
That's right. So it's like every week it just keeps getting better and better. We keep topping it and topping it.
Well, I got a fellow Chicagoan in the house with Khalilah.
That's
so
right.
I'm excited
Khalilah's here
about that.
too.
And one of our sponsors is actually from Chicago as well.
Who's that?
Well, who is that? That's
that?
Solar Tom.
Tom Solar.
Tom's a Chicago guy. Yes.
Solar Tom is
Yes.
a Chicago guy.
And Nico is actually getting us. Did
I'm
you
getting
get
on
it? Is
my-
it
on
all
my-
done? Did
Yeah, it's
did they
already,
hook
it's already
it all
done.
up?
I already have Tom hooked me up. He's the guy to go to for solar. I already have it hooked up in my house. So if anybody's thinking about going solar, now is the time. Hit up Tom. He's got 10 years. He's a veteran in this business, and it's time to take advantage of all the solar incentives that Tom's got going on right now.
Let me tell you something. I'm actually really considering doing it in my house. In all sincerity, I'm really considering it because I'm hoping that if I can get a savings, I'm all about the savings. Don't be laughing.
It's the longevity of it. It's not just the immediate savings. It's the big picture.
The big picture.
Your house could be like one of the little calculators when you were a kid that you cover it up. And give her a mic. Give her a mic. Hold on. State that over.
Hold on. We have a full house, everybody. This is the live show. Let me.
Jay Fonda and I did a big promotion for solar energy in the beginning back in 1978, and look where it is today.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So
Solar
it
energy is
it
really the way to go.
amazing. It's safe, and it's the best thing you could ever invest in.
I had my pool in 2000 solar heated, and I was like the cool guy in the neighborhood. They put the panels on the roof, and it heated my pool.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
Yeah,
really
now they do
hot.
the whole house, Joe. I'm so glad.
I know,
you've
I
come
think
so
that-
far, so long. You know what I mean?
Can't say nothing in front of this guy.
What do you want me to
Freaking
tell you,
comedian
Joe?
over there. Tommy, take care of that guy, will you? Take him out back for a slap.
Hold on. Let me just take control of everything
Here
here.
you go. Go ahead, Mom.
I
You're
got to
getting out of
take control. For
Reel
those
us
of you that are
back in.
listening, we have a full house. Our studio is like being in someone's really good-looking, well-renovated garage. It's got colors, as you can see behind
like
us.
my uncle's garage back home. This is
This
what
is
his
a bomb.
basement. Remember the basements back home?
Oh my gosh, people don't know what basements are down here.
Yeah.
From up north know what a basement is.
Yeah.
Well, we are in the 6th Borough, so a lot of people do know what the basement is. But at the end of all said, this is the studio that we can fit quite a bit of people, different than where we were a couple of months ago.
Right.
And it is just really great that we have the ability to accommodate so many individuals just to watch the show in general. And we have guests right now with us in the audience. It's come to just visit, and we welcome them completely. Cousin Vinny, thank you for showing up
that
today.
Frankie over there?
And that's Frankie.
Hey.
Frankie for showing up over there. We appreciate that. And we have such great talent that's coming across. We've come a long way. Joe, it is our anniversary.
I know.
Where's my
I
flowers?
felt like I should have got you something today.
I think you should have.
It's been a year already. Can you
It's
believe
been
that?
a year.
I never lasted that long with a girl.
Man, you gotta get on your man game, man. You gotta keep up
I
with the
mean,
man
that,
game,
is it really
man.
a year? Or is it in March?
What are flowers and chocolates?
Yeah, no, it's actually a year that we actually had you on the show
Yeah, as a
year
guest.
ago as a guest. And after him being on as a guest, one thing led to another. He had such great energy and input and a great add-on to the show that I decided, let's bring you on full time.
And we feed off each other so well.
We do. It's like a work husband.
It's because she.
Yourself, I'll tell you, Joe. The compliments just keep on coming as long as you give them to yourself. What do you want me to tell you, Joe? It's
I didn't
100
hear that
years. It
one.
sounds like
Yeah.
it sounds like a bid that you did, Joe. You know exactly how long you've been in. It's been a year, and you're standing there, and your hands are still sticky. What's going
Anyway,
on, Joe?
the
What's
year
going-
went very fast.
The year went very fast, and we've had great progress. The show went from one
Really,
stage
just
to the
so
next.
much happened in that year.
Yes, from 3 radio stations to now 6.
Yeah.
And our reach is approximately a $10 million people
$10
spread.
million, I wish.
I'm manifesting
10 million
that.
people. All right,
I'm
everybody send us
manifesting.
$1.
I'm manifesting 10 million. Yes,
the viewers-
in my bank account.
Each viewer just send in $1.
$1. If there's 10 million
right
of you.
now. Give them-
Actually, if each
Send it a
viewer
dime.
listen-
That'll
you
work. Yo,
actually,
come on, man.
actually, you know what? You can do that if
You don't have to do nothing exactly right now.
if you really want to do that. Lico, you just landed on something. You have the ability to support our show. You can actually go onto our website, which is www.powerupradiotv.com, and you can support us by just donating. So if you're listening, go onto our website and donate. I don't care if it's $1. If all 10 million of you did it $1, we can actually bring this show to you to all multiple of levels and just go to the next place and see our faces on
I like-
95 on the digital boards and all kinds of great things.
I like the idea we came up with. Was it last week? Was Nico here
Oh
for that?
yeah, Nico missed it. So Nico,
No, I wasn't here.
Listen
last
to
we're
this
week.
gonna
idea.
raffle off Denise.
I wasn't here, and you raffled off the knees for how much?
No, we should do that.
I got
great
$5
idea.
Somewhere. There's $5.
$100 for Denise.
How many?
Start the bidding at $5,000.
$500, yeah.
Oh
man.
my gosh.
I got
My people are
500, so
pimping
wash
me
your
out.
hands.
This is not good.
Mike Marino and Tyler Gallant are leading the race right now.
Win a date with Denise.
Oh my goodness, you may be onto something here.
And
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
book- I'm gonna
Oh,
book-
and there
I'm gonna
goes
book
my
all that
phone.
action.
There goes the phone.
Phone's already ringing.
I'm gonna
Call
book all that
now.
action.
Yeah, we can raffle her off $1 a call.
All right,
When
enough,
Denise says, "Did
enough.
anybody call?" We'll say no.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
Give out the buck. She's worth more than $1.
Oh,
Your
thank
dad
you,
is-
thank you,
right.
Khalilah.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna say
appreciate that.
$1.25.
Women
Four
stick
quarters,
together.
my
Do I hear
last- my last
$1.25?
four quarters, I'm gonna give you.
$1.25. $3.80.
Listen, you better make it rain hundreds. That's all I'm
There
saying.
you go. You guys see that out there?
Dollar bills,
She's
girl.
high maintenance.
Woohoo! No, you're missing a couple zeros.
Yeah, no,
They
she-
can't afford you, Denise.
There you go. I appreciate that.
For all the
Blonde,
viewers,
the
you gotta see how
blonde,
really beautiful
the
she
blonde
is in person,
bombshell.
right? Tom, she's hot, right, bro? Straight up.
Well,
Beautiful.
you know what? My goodness, they're all making me feel so good. But everything has come to such a great place with this show. And if you really want to be a part of our show and you want to go ahead and become a sponsor and advertise with us, go ahead to the website and submit your name, and we will put a package together for you and get you a part of this energy and this mission, this story, this platform. We're just having a lot of fun and we're growing. So we're going to be actually putting the show out in the UK. We're going to be putting it out in South America. It's going out nationally. We're looking at different channels right now. So I am so blessed. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you for being a part of
Congratulations,
the show.
guys.
My guys here,
Congratulations.
Kenny and Nico, have been great add-ons. I'm so fortunate. But I have to say thank you, really. It's been a year, to Freddie.
Freddie who?
Freddie Centauri, who's
Freddie
been
Krueger.
awesome. Who's
Oh,
been...
oh.
Yes, our
Never mind.
producer. He puts up with a lot.
He does. Whatever you give her.
What did you give her?
Come on, what do you mean? It's like,
I don't know.
Is
I
that
saw,
like
Oh,
poison?
I'm feeling the love today.
I
It's
saw you pouring
okay.
some kind of powder in there. I don't know what it
Anyway, listen, we have a lot to cover. We got to go on.
get
We
rolling.
have we got to get rolling here, but we do have a couple of things that we want to cover. We did have the Super Bowl, past events that took
Yes.
place, and I want to hear a couple of things and some opinion here. What do you think of the Super Bowl?
Great game.
Great
very,
game.
Very, very good game.
Okay.
Action-packed game.
I want to know, how is it that Mahomes was so injured and the second half he came out with no injury?
He's a beast.
Like,
he
was
wants
he
it.
faking? Was he sandbagging? You know?
It's called steroids.
Steroids.
It's called cortisone shot in the leg. That's it.
Well, so Khalilah, as they're mentioning, talking about that, I'm looking at the story behind Rihanna. What a halftime show.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, look at the reaction.
yeah.
Do you see that? A lot of people have that reaction. Listen, I'm going to call it she's a queen. I don't care what anyone says. This woman was pregnant.
Nobody knew she was pregnant until she hit the stage.
Oh, yeah. I saw it. I was like, oh.
Having a baby.
You know, Gina said to me, "No, I think she just had a baby." I go, "No, she's
Very
pregnant."
talented.
She is extremely talented, and we have to tip our hat off to her. You know, she actually stepped up. She just had a baby about 5 months ago.
Congratulations to her.
She did, two twins, and then she's expecting again. Here she is on this platform in the middle of the stadium.
Yeah.
I don't know how many feet high
100
she
feet in the air or
was.
something like that.
Yeah, I listen. And
wouldn't
she
have done it.
moved. She pregnant at all. She had that groove, and she was doing her thing.
You know what I read? You know why they did the stages up high and all that stuff?
So the top row could see him?
Good one, but they didn't want to mess up the field at all. Because the players were complaining from all the shows and the dancers that's digging up holes in the
But
field.
it's turf. How does
Oh,
it
it
get
was
damaged?
bad.
It'll
The
get-
turf was bad
it'll
during the
get messed
game.
up, yeah.
Oh.
Coming up.
Slipping and sliding everywhere.
Well, listen, she did a great job. It was a great game. A lot of feedback on that, but hats off to her. Listen, she kept her word. She did the show, and she's coming out with a new record and whatnot. So, Rihanna, thank you so much for really being a queen and doing what you had to do.
I also think that Shirley Raff did a beautiful job too. Shirley Raff, Sherry Raff.
Oh, yeah. She sang in
Yeah,
the.
she sang beautiful.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
in the
she-
opening.
It was
Yeah, the
excellent.
opening that was very good too. Two
Yep.
dynamic black women.
Chris Stapleton.
really did it. Yeah.
The whole show was good.
Yeah.
Except those guys dancing around with the white on. That was kind of weird.
Oh, it was part of the show. It was all great. It's a clothing line.
Oh, really?
All I'm saying is next year they should have Jason Aldean.
Oh, we'll let them know you said that.
He's coming out with a new album.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we also there was a lot of first times for that
You know
show.
what, to be honest with you, on a show like that, I would rather hear Frank Barbie.
Oh, yeah, we need
I'd
Frankie
rather
out
see
there.
Frank on that show than anybody.
Okay, then we'll have you sing the the national anthem.
He needs to be in the next Super Bowl.
Listen, we actually had a lot of first times in this particular Super Bowl. We had women fly over. We've had, you know, a lot of recognition.
Is that why the planes are flying so low?
Oh, goodness grief. I'm waiting for you to say, why didn't they crash? Honestly.
No, I can't say that.
You can't say that. They did a fabulous job and they represented everything very well.
They took out the goalpost.
This is how we're influencing her. She's trying to prepare for what we might say.
Oh, Lord. Well, with that said, following that, we had Valentine's Day. Are there any aftermaths out there? Anyone? You
Well, no, 9
survived
months.
That's right.
Day, you mean?
Valentine's Day.
Talked about Valentine's Day last week.
Well, it was
It happened during, yes.
it was this week. We're doing past events here,
I celebrated it this weekend. I went away this weekend.
and now you broke up.
No, we didn't break up.
Should have
Say
broke
that on
up
the
3
air.
days before Valentine's
Yeah,
Day. You
that's
know
right.
better than that.
What are you trying to do to Joe?
Trying to do the Joe. No, I understand everything is all good in the Joe world.
Yes.
That's good. It's all good.
So, Denise, what did you do for Valentine's Day?
Oh yeah, look at that.
What,
Someone's
pick up on the
asking me.
raffle,
I
or
went
how
to
many
see Rod.
items? Any
That's right. She
flowers
called
or,
us at the last
any
minute to go see Rod
fondant,
Stewart.
No flowers. No.
Yeah.
No. I went to see Rod Stewart.
Oh, you went
And
to see
who
Rod
else was
Stewart?
with him?
Okay.
Who else performed with him?
Gucci handbags, boots.
I don't know.
What's going on, Chris?
No, I went with
She can't even pronounce.
Susan Smallwood.
How was the show?
It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't age. He does not age, and every time you hear his songs, you just go back in time,
Yeah.
and you remember where you were and what you were wearing, and it was just.
Did you get my message today? Who's coming that we got to go see?
I did, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm suffering from the CRS.
Tom Jones is going.
Oh
to the
yes, Tom
Hard Rock.
Jones. Oh, can I just tell you?
I
have to tell you, Tom Jones. This is a true story.
I want to see him so bad.
Okay, when I was itty bitty, I saw Tom Jones when I was with my parents. I was, I think, 3, maybe 2, and I had an accident on his lap because he was singing. This is a true story.
R. Kelly on Tom Jones?
I as a 2-year-old, I was being potty trained,
She wins.
and I
You christened Tom
christened him.
How about that?
I remember my parents always talking about going to the Copa, see Tom Jones, see Engelbert Humperdinck,
Right,
and
and
they'd always
her-
come home
yeah.
with that folded thing with
That's
the table
right.
shot and
Yep.
bunch of
Oh, yes.
bunch of mobsters.
The picture. Well, anyway, now you know a little bit about me and having an accident on Tom Jones, but it's a true story. My dad will tell you it's the truth. And we were in the Bahamas. That's when that happened.
So
anyway,
we're going to that. So
we're
Put it
going
on
to
the
Tom
calendar.
Jones. I
May
will not
12th.
sit on his lap. That I will not do. And we had a major loss this week, didn't we,
We
Kenny?
did.
Yeah,
We
that was
lost
shocking.
Raquel Welch. I mean, man.
What?
Raquel Welch passed away.
Really?
The original.
Yes, she
kid.
did.
The brown
Yes.
bomber. Oh my
She
goodness.
She was
a
hot.
woman.
She was
Oh,
everything.
she was beautiful.
She was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She paved the road to sexiness and to
Yes,
also.
she did.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
In the movies that she made, gosh, there was
So many she was in.
so many that she's in. Oh,
10,000 BC.
10,000
1
BC,
million.
right?
10 million. 10,000.
That's right.
there
100
she is.
Was it 1 million?
There, look at that
1
beauty.
million BC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was in 100 Rifles, and that's when she made that
With Jim
love
Brown.
scene with Jim Brown. I
Jim
said,
Brown.
Bring it on. Break that barrier. Break that racial barrier.
Yeah.
Jim
That's
Brown
right.
and Raquel Welch.
That's
I
right.
remember
Sure
one.
did. I remember.
Yeah, it was a big loss. It really
Big
was, and she
loss,
died
big
young.
loss.
She was only
She
82,
did.
and she was spry. And they had not determined just exactly what had happened. She had some sort of illness, and just it was too quick.
They're dropping like flies. I mean, there was something I was watching yesterday in memorandum of 2022. How many people we lost?
Yeah.
I saw that.
I saw that, and I was like,
Well, you know,
Wow,
this
they
last earthquake really kills a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
That last
the
earthquake,
event.
it was
20
unbelievable.
or 30,000.
It's up to 37,000.
37,000. And that's the count that they think they know.
Yeah,
They're still
this
digging
is a
people
They're
out.
still
as we
digging
speak.
people out, yeah.
A tragic event in Turkey. Tim McCormick from baseball.
Tim
McCarver?
McCarthy, yeah.
Tim McCarver guy?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh
See?
my God.
Yeah.
We are managing the show like we're in the
82
living
years
room. Wait a minute. Let's take control here.
No, I didn't know that. That's an icon.
All right, wheel in a casket. Is any of these dead people here? What's going on in the show? I didn't know.
Can we
Bring
book
some
'em?
excitement to the show? Just wheel some.
Somebody
Oh,
brings
somebody's uncle
somebody.
is dead?
Hey, listen.
All right.
If they bring pineapple pizza here again,
I was
there's
gonna
gonna
say
be a
that. Yeah,
cascading.
the delivery.
I don't
guy.
wanna hear
Hold
about
the
that
windows,
anymore,
got
pineapple
pizza.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
That's Hawaiian pizza.
Very
Speaking of
offensive.
pineapple pizza, who's our sponsor?
Oh, quick shout out to Pizza Rica. Right? Is that
Yes.
Yeah.
Pizza Rica.
is that what you're
Pizza
asking?
Rica.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
We
course.
really appreciate that. I wonder if Pizza Rica needs to get any solar panels in their building.
I think they do.
They need to call Tom.
Solar pizza oven.
Definitely
Yes.
gonna call Tom.
Yes, you
If
can
not,
actually
we're
call
gonna head
Tom.
over to the highway. See how they
Yeah, that's
hide
what we're
away
gonna do.
over there in Palm Beach.
We're gonna go get some solar panels, get some pizza, and head over to the
Absolutely.
highway.
That's what I'm trying to do. Quick shout out to our sponsors. You know what I mean? This is
We
6th
live and
Borough.
breathe you. So we have a couple of dates that we want to recognize. So actually today is National Random Acts of Kindness Day.
I
That's
skipped that day.
nice.
Oh my
Go
God,
back.
I'm in trouble. I yelled at this guy out the window. I told him.
All right,
what are you
do
gonna
your penance now, all of you, for not being nice today.
I think I was nice.
We
today.
still in the month of Black.
Every day.
I didn't
Hey,
fire anybody
Denise,
today.
we're still in the month of Black History Month so far. That's why I'm traveling all over the world
Yep.
talking about Black history. And you know what? You get to think of this one thing. It's not always the negative that make Black history what it is. It made people stronger. So, things that you think is bad is a blessing to others.
We're going to cover that because you're right
I
on
love
point on the
Mama
topic.
Ali.
We're
ma'am.
going to go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you.
Denise does not miss anything.
I don't miss anything. You hold on there. Hold
Yes,
that
ma'am.
thought.
I'll hold that thought.
That little notebook. She's got
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Ever need me
I
for
got it.
anything, Mama Ali, it's a done deal.
You
Yes.
got it, baby.
Hey,
got
but you're
you.
on my side over here.
We got him.
All right, so the couple of things. So we do have National Random Acts of Kindness Day. Although it's random acts, it's still something that is wrapping around.
Are you reading that?
I'm not, but it's in my notes here around bullying as well. This is something that today is also a topic that touches on National Acts of Kindness Day. So if you see someone, the conversation is if you see someone being bullied, step up and say, hey, it's not right. If you're the popular kid in school, friend them, bring them into your fold. And you'll be more than really amazed what wonderful people are just in general. So with that said, if you haven't done your act of kindness, you still have time. It's not midnight. So tomorrow is one of my favorite days,
What's that?
National Drink Wine Day. I'm just
Run
saying.
that, run that by me again.
National Drink Wine Day.
That's every day
What?
for you.
National Drink
National
Wine
Drink
Day.
Wine.
Oh,
Who makes up these?
I'm Muslim,
national
I'm out.
holidays?
Denise does.
I'm out.
wheel.
Right now, you know how many
Spin the
people are
wheel.
going ahead and Googling me? Is she right? Let me look this up. Yes, I'm right.
Yeah, right.
I'm never wrong.
Never wrong.
And it's on a Saturday, so
I
nobody
was
can
gonna say, I thought it was Saturday, but
It's a
hey.
Saturday, but tomorrow we actually have
tomorrow.
an event that the
Yes.
Yeah, are we going to a
6th
concert
Borough-
tomorrow?
Talk about this event.
We have
Very
a really,
excited.
really super cool event. And if you guys got tickets, I think the tickets are all sold
Sold
out.
out.
Yeah.
It's
They're all
at
sold out.
Parrot
Charlie called me,
Jungle.
they're all gone.
Then it's time to crash the party.
Standing
Oh,
room
girl,
only.
she don't need no damn
Standing
ticket.
room
She's like,
only.
let me, I don't need no
I
ticket.
need no stinking
I don't need no
tickets.
stinking ticket.
Tickets.
I'm the head of security there. Don't worry about it.
All right,
You're
I
good.
got
You're
it.
good.
Okay,
We're with Tommy.
in.
Don't worry about
I'm
it.
in. I'm with
Yeah.
I know,
Tommy.
right? Trust
So
me.
if we
Tommy,
can actually
y'all.
get Garcia, if you can actually pull up the poster, the flyer that speaks to the event that's
And
tomorrow
we
night.
had how many of these people on our show?
Four of them.
Out of the
We had
lineup
Lime.
of 10, we've had approximately 4 or 6, and actually some of them may be calling in this evening because they're
Yeah,
landing.
they're
and
on. Charlie's
flying
picking
in.
them up from the airport. They might call in.
Right.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to meeting Franz Jolie. For those who don't know
Yeah.
who that is, please look her up. And if you're, danced in the 80s, you'll remember these names. But we've had a great lineup, and that event is tomorrow night. Sorry, the tickets are sold out.
You'll be interviewing them all tomorrow. when the
I
film
did
ends.
bodyguard work for French Jolie. I have photos. She's a fantastic woman. I used to be in her dressing room and watch for her. Actually, at the last concert she was at, it was with Michael Jackson's brothers performed at the Hard Rock Cafe. I was there protecting them and her. She was awesome, her and her husband.
There it is. So who is here?
There it is.
We had
We had Noel,
Noel,
Lime,
Coro.
Lime.
Coro. Let's see here. George Lamont.
George Lamont. Didn't he call in? I think
Yes, he
called
did.
in.
George
Yeah.
Lamont
Yeah.
called
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
So a great lineup. Actually, someone inquired if they can get tickets. It is sold out, and we've been talking about it for a good number of weeks now. And it's going to be at Jungle Island, but you can actually catch it live as well.
open now.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
What time does this start? 8 o'clock, right?
It starts at, well, actually it says be there at 5, but
Be there at
the,
5?
well, the park
They take the
opens
stage
at
at 8,
5.
yeah.
The
Oh.
park opens at 5, but the
What are you gonna do? Look
actual-
at the parrots in the jungle?
I don't know.
Why not?
But I'm afraid of birds and
They have a
and
liger
little
in there you
people,
can look at too.
What time are we
Over
getting
here, you
there?
got
There's a
birds, too?
liger in there you can see too. A liger.
I have a
A
fear
liger?
of birds, so I just
liger.
hope they're
The parrot
controlled.
jungle is in there. It's beautiful.
yeah.
Nice.
It's all good. You can play with the parrots. I'll stay on the other side. Anyway, it's going to be a great event. That's tomorrow night, and then we have.
I will not play with my parrot at the jungle.
No comment.
So, listen,
no comment.
We're all going to be seeing our partners, Uncle Louie Variety Show. They're going to
Yes,
be
Sunday
actually-
night. That one's going to be something else.
I don't know how I'm going to hold myself up all weekend, but
I know.
I got you.
You got me? Okay.
We're
Cousin
getting
Vinny,
old
you
now.
got me?
We're-
You
we're
okay?
get-
You
we're
right
getting-
there? All right. You
We're
got
getting
me.
old for 2 nights in a row.
So, yeah,
That's
why
why
they
tonight,
have,
no meatball room. We're going straight home.
For those of you who don't know, we actually do go to the Meatball Room here.
The
And,
geriatric
we're working
room.
on them becoming sponsors, but we tend to go there often. And so if anyone wants to meet up with us, wait,
I
okay.
didn't say anything. I'm sorry.
See, this is
We
what I
feel
have to put
we
up
feel
with.
very young when we go to the meatball room.
Very
We
young.
do. And they treat us
Everybody
like royalty.
Everybody's like Freddie's age there.
Yep.
Oh my- I love you, Freddie. So he's going to be at the Boca Box. Is that what it is?
Boca Black
Black
Box.
Box.
The Boca Black
Boca
Box.
Black
And
Box.
they're going to be putting on the whole show, the singing, the whole act.
And we're going to be
Maria.
catching some of that
Yeah,
live. We're
and
going to
you
be
know
filming.
they've been on the show many times, but we're also good friends with them. We talk. I talk with them constantly, and I'm so proud of those guys. As a matter of fact, that's the first show you asked me to co-host with you.
When they came on?
Yeah, because you asked me, I'm going to have
Really?
these guys, Uncle Louie. I said,
Wow.
Uncle Louie, you love those guys. Huge fan
Okay.
of them.
You remembered it on your anniversary. It's so cute. I'll tell you, Joe. I'll tell you, the sentimental Joe that I know is right over there.
Gina really changed him, didn't
I was
she?
gonna say,
Just eat your pineapple pizza, will you?
look at me.
Thanks, Gina.
Thanks, Gina.
Thanks, Gina.
Well, we're
Perfect.
going to move on to the rest of our show. Good conversation, everyone. So once again, if you want to tune in, or actually call in, please do so. It's 888-994-4995, and that's Studio A. And call in with any questions or
We
comments.
do have a few comments that flashed. So
Yeah, we have a-
Maria
you can
Escobar
actually-
said hello.
We can, if you have comments, you can actually see the show live. Put the
Maria
voice to the
Escobar,
face.
yeah.
You can put the voice to the face. And you can catch us right now on Facebook Live under Power Up Radio, the 6th Borough. And you can catch us on YouTube. We're feeding on there as well. And you can go onto our website, and we're live on there. So these things are going to be changing, though. Eventually, you're going to be going to a network TV channel to watch us. So you'll catch us now, but you'll have to catch us later if you want to see the
All
full
you
show.
sponsors, you better get us now. Otherwise, the price of poker is going up.
That's
Yeah.
right. Whatever today's price is today's price, not tomorrow's price. Tell him, Joe.
That's it.
It's going to be going up
But
like
before
gas
we
prices.
cut for a break, what else is going on? Nico, you got anything going on coming up?
No, just private events.
No car shows?
Come, yeah, I do it next the end of every Friday night. Every last Friday of every month in Boca Raton. Won't be able to make the show because I'll be
But we'll
DJing
go
a
there.
big show. Yeah,
We'll
you guys
we'll
can
go after
go
the
on
show.
location or whatever the situation
Yeah.
is. Absolutely.
And what about you, Sir Kenny? What do you got going on?
There's a boat show this weekend.
Oh, that's
The
a big,
biggest
big,
boat
big.
show in the world.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
huge. It's like a really big deal. So if you're going to be in Miami, expect heavy traffic.
And-
It's going to be bad.
Started tonight, Tommy, right? Traffic
Yeah, about
stuff?
it. You kidding me? It took like almost 2 hours to get over here.
Yeah.
All right, so check it out.
Let's go to commercial.
We'll be back in just a few minutes. 6th Borough, baby.
Girl, you look mighty sexy. You must be working out.
Content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high-quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com. hideaway.com.
The Hideaway of Palm Beach. Free food all night from our gourmet kitchen. Drink and dance specials all night. Exclusive private VIP rooms. Top shelf bottle specials. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Come meet our top-notch bartenders and servers. And of course, the most beautiful entertainers in Palm Beach. The Hideaway. Palm Beach's hidden gem. The secret is out. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Located at 1152 Old Okeechobee Road, West Palm Beach. Open 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The Hideaway of Palm Beach.
We're back to 6th Borough, baby. Another day in the life. We do have our incredible hosts. Give it up for Mag Chop Kenny. Of course, my name is Nico. We have Joe, and we have beautiful Denise. Welcome back to the 6th Borough.
Hey, everyone, welcome back after that very quick commercial break. And once again, you are listening to the 6th Borough. We actually have a great lineup. We've been talking and chopping it up with everybody here, talking about all the past events that are going on. But let's move on to the meat of our show. We have our guests with us, and I'm going to turn it over to Kenny, who's going to do the introduction.
Let me tell you, we got a very special guest. From the wife of Muhammad Ali, legendary boxer. She's a producer now. She is an actor. She is a lecturer. She's an amazing woman. Dr. Khalilah Camacho Ali. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, AKA, a lot of the kids call me Mama Ali, so y'all can call me Mama Ali.
Mama Ali!
Yes. Since I'm the monarch in this whole room in here, I'm the oldest person in the building.
I think Freddie might get you there.
No, Freddie is nowhere near me. Trust
Nothing
me.
but respect.
Nothing but respect. Yeah. Freddie has got a long way to go before he get my age, honey.
It's an honor. It's an honor to have you here.
Yeah, and I'm so honored to be here. And the most important thing, in the name of God, the beneficent, the merciful, I always give thanks to my Creator to be here and give Him, the thank for the blessings to be in front of these great dynamic people. Woo! I got goosebumps when I saw Tommy Harding come in here. I got goosebumps all over. And now I have, as of today, Jennifer is my witness, and he's going to be in my casting company, and I'm going to be managing his career. I'm his agent now. Thank you, Tommy.
You're more than welcome.
Do I get a finder's fee for that? Or
I'm
joking.
Well, in actuality,
get the finder's fee.
just enough to wet my beak.
But I just want to say,
it's okay. You can try to get a lot of Tom if you like.
Yeah,
You can try to get a lot of him after he pays her, and then be like, "Hey, bro, where's my 20%?"
Yes. Joe, we
could
can
try
talk
that,
about
Joe.
That's what we're talking about.
That'll be another show in itself.
Yes.
Try to get 20% out of Tommy.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Madcap. I'm happy to be here. Thank God. This is the month that I'm always busy, traveling the world, speaking on our Black history. You see my Black history shirt, and I realize I got Muhammad Ali on the back of it. There you go. Let me see if I can turn around. You see Muhammad Ali?
Oh, yeah, there he is.
There you go.
Baby.
Right next to Joe Louis.
Yes, next to
Joe Louis.
Yeah, so we're just making sure that these children know their history, because in order to know your future, you have to know your past. Yeah. And this is a great sense of education that all people need to know. Back in the day, when I was going to school, in public schools, they did not have Black history. So this is something new, and this is sad that they didn't have it, but this is why we have to have these talks to make sure we keep the history going on in there. And my Valentine's Day was Chris Runzo. No, it wasn't. It was, which one was it?
oh, look at her.
She's got a Rolodex.
Wait, I got a Rolodex here. No, Jaden Kane
Oh, yes.
was my Valentine's Day person, because we just did a premiere of a new movie we just came in called Bay Nights. We just did the premiere at the Silver Spot Cinema last Saturday.
Wow.
So that was, I play Bishop Gabriella.
I love that. Well, Mama Ali, I have so many questions for you.
Yeah, ask me anything,
And I asked you
sweetheart.
before the show started if there was anything I'm not supposed to ask.
No, ma'am.
But I'm like inquiring minds. I always want to know things about
Yes,
people
I'm
in
an
history.
open book, girl. Go ahead.
So I want to know, first and foremost, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Chicago.
All right.
Chi-town.
Chicago in the
Chi-town,
house.
They call it Chirac now, but it was Chicago when I grew up in it. But you know what? I got older. I got colder. I got the hell out. I'm in Florida now. I'm in Floridian now.
That's why you're in the 6th Borough.
There you go. I'm in the 6th Borough.
So here you are. You're born, I guess, and raised in Chicago.
Yes, I have.
And you made your way down to Florida. But the big question that I have is, how did you make your way to meet Muhammad Ali?
You know what? That's a good question, and there's a lot of questions more that I'm going to answer in my new book, my autobiography that I just getting ready to put out. It should be out next month.
Love that.
And they had a little problem with the editing, so we're kind of reconstructing the editing right now. And God willing, when I come on the show, I'll be able to tell you where I'm going to have my first book signing.
We'll be there.
And meeting Muhammad Ali. And to be honest, if everybody wants to know, I was 10, he was 18.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, just giving him advice at that time.
A 10-year-old giving an 18-year-old
Yes,
advice.
ma'am.
Well, you were an old soul. You were
That's
an old
a
soul.
whole thing about that already.
That was
Wow.
the time he was in the Olympics, right?
Yeah, he was in the Olympics, and I was an honor student.
So you were in the same school?
No, he
No?
visited my school.
Oh, he visited.
But
Okay.
the Target, when he gave me his autograph, a big target got on his forehead. He never forgot me after that.
That's amazing. You know,
That's
that's
amazing in the book. You'll see why.
And there's something to be said for that. Oh, there's a beautiful picture.
you
Look
go,
at
yeah.
that. Look at you. Gorgeous. Still
Oh,
gorgeous.
yeah.
Beautiful,
That's
beautiful.
That's my champion.
Look great.
Yes. So, you know, there's something to be said for that because the same thing you could say for Elvis and Priscilla. When he first met her, he just knew.
You just
knew.
You just know.
You just
know.
Yeah. Well, that's I'm wanting to know more of that story, but we'll hold it out until the book comes out. How's that?
Please. And then you
Okay.
can do a question and answers at the book signing.
There we
Okay.
go.
We
You're
can do
on.
that.
We're going to hold you to
We'll
that.
hold you to that. So here you are. You've met him, and how old were you when you married?
17.
You were 17.
And then I had the first family.
Okay.
And we have ended up with 4 children, 3 girls and 1 son. And then I remarried and had 2 more girls. So I have 5 girls and 1 son now.
Look at that.
Wow.
And the one son, oh, there's the kids right there on the screen.
There they are. Oh,
Yeah.
they're so gorgeous. And
I
they
just-
grew up to be beautiful, young, just beautiful young mothers and fathers.
Oh,
and
fabulous.
They're just amazing. The twins right there.
They're twins,
One of
okay.
the twins, I think the one on the left is Rashida. She's the one that had 2 boys, and one of them is a champion now, a boxing champion, Nico Ali. And
Wow.
the other son
Wow.
is, the other daughter, she has 3 children. I have like 10 grandchildren.
Wow.
now.
Okay, that was
bless
my
you.
next question. Listen,
bless you.
I really want everyone to know that even though you're on potentially 95 listening or on iHeartRadio listening, you need to really go ahead, if you can, watch the show live because we actually do show pictures, we show video, and you can actually put the whole story together as we're interviewing our guests.
beautiful.
I just wanted to say that because
That's
it's
good.
something that is different, if you would. So let's go on. So you had the 4 children with him, and where did you raise them?
Well, you know, we traveled a lot in the beginning. We were first in Chicago, then I moved to Philadelphia and in Overbrook, right where Will Smith was from. And
Oh, wow.
then we moved from Overbrook to Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Okay.
You know, about those circles, right? So, and in Cherry Hill, New Jersey is the big spot where, quote unquote, all the celebrities like Engelbert Humperdinck,
In Cherry Hill, yeah.
Frank Sinatra,
Yeah.
Tom Jones, they all came to our house. Ali would bring them to our house. They would perform at the Latin Casino.
Wow.
And
Wow.
all the stars would come to my house to get my cooking. So I fed a lot of
Hold
celebrities.
on a second. Has everyone, did you ever, in all the interviews you've done, do you really, has anyone ever asked you that?
What?
You know, I mean, this is like personal information. I
It's
always wanted
personal
to know.
information. That's why I'm putting it in my book. I savored all of that. I met Elvis Presley.
Oh, God.
And,
Wow.
Met Presley.
I took pictures of them. Bruce Lee, I met him. I've met James Coburn. I've met Charlton Heston. Matter of fact, I'm going to come out with a book with the stars that I met. That would be separate.
That would be something else.
Wow.
That would be something different I could do. And it's just amazing. Jane Fonda, you know, before Barbarella, I mean, she was amazing.
Barbarella, well, that's a long time
And
movie
she's
ago.
still filming. She just did 80 for Brady.
Oh, 80 for Brady. I didn't see that.
Yes.
Yeah.
80 for
I walked
Brady, yeah.
the red carpet with Tom Brady and Rita Moreno and Sally Field.
Sally
and
Fields,
Jane
yeah.
Fonda.
It's a great movie.
And yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
I had a good time. It was
Wow.
amazing.
You know, you've been in a position of being so blessed of the experience of meeting potentially maybe your soulmate, having beautiful children,
Yes, right.
and the
Yes.
experience of meeting so many celebrities.
Yes.
I mean, you really have had a journey.
Yes, I did have a journey. It was a good journey. Paving his life and supporting him throughout the years made him a grand person. And it was a struggle for us at first. And then that whole book is telling about the struggle. And then after the struggle, then people start gravitating toward Ali. It's like a magnet. He just draws everybody to him.
Stars and everything.
Yeah, meeting Ray Charles and just all these great people, Queen of England, Elizabeth. I mean, I've met them all at a young age.
They didn't call him the greatest for no reason.
That's right. That's right. And he backed that stuff up, though. He was a good fighter, though. He'll always be a champion to me because it's
fighter.
amazing how I used to see him train
Right.
and jog. I mean, who's jogs backwards, for God's sake? He jogs backwards. I go, whoa.
Wow.
You know,
They
my
say it's a
car
great
was
way
getting
to
off the
train,
road just trying
actually.
to follow the guy.
And
But he
at
was
home,
amazing.
was his personality the same that we see?
His personality is
on TV,
amazing. I
his-
couldn't stay mad with him
he seems
for
very
5
charismatic,
minutes.
very funny.
Yeah, it was
whimsical.
very hard to divorce that guy. 'cause
I was gonna say,
he made me laugh even when we were divorcing, and we still stayed friends throughout the time. Anyway,
That's nice.
We
That's
stayed
great.
friends.
That's great.
I forgave him for everything he did to me, and we stayed friends.
That's great.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're
Absolutely.
supposed to do.
That's great.
You don't use your children as with ammunition.
You know, you
Absolutely
just
not.
said a
Supposed to
loaded,
just
yeah.
be in both of your kids' lives. You have to be in both of your children's life. You have to.
Absolutely.
That's what gives them their foundation
Yeah,
as a
so
human being.
All of the hosts on the set right now,
Yeah.
we all have children.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's often that we have said the same thing, you know, going through a divorce or if you whatever,
Yeah.
it's not about you, it's about the children.
It is.
Absolutely.
It really is.
And I will correct you on that one. It's really about both of you. It's about the kids and you as a person.
Actually, you're right. Yeah.
But, yeah. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
You shouldn't bash your spouse to your
Yeah,
children.
you shouldn't
Not do that.
bash
No
your
way,
spouse,
yeah.
and
We
you know,
had
because
somebody
you learn
say
from
hello
you
from
learn
England.
from each. I wouldn't
Brianna.
be the person I am today without going through hell and high water.
Hello from
Absolutely.
England.
Hello from England.
And
Hello
you know-
from England.
Hi,
England is,
Adriana.
You got a hello from
you
England.
have a hello from England.
Guess what? I'm coming to Manchester, England on the 9th of March, God willing. I'm
Oh, there
going
we
to
go.
England.
Go see her.
Yes,
Go see her
to
live.
Speak. Yeah, I'm going
Well,
to speak in English.
we may eventually
So hello
wind up
for
there
the UK.
ourselves.
I'm on my way. So also, you know, being married to him, I also got around to meeting a lot of directors and everything. So I did my first feature film with Jane Fonda in 1978 in the China Syndrome. Wow. Now I'm producing and acting in film today.
That is amazing.
That is.
So you went to school. Did you study anything in particular to get you to this point?
Yes, it did. I studied under Lee Strasberg, directly under Lee
yeah.
Strasberg.
Yep.
And on the other end of that, he used to take me to his house to cook, and he's a good cook too.
Is that right?
Yeah, so I met Irwin Allen, who did the Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. All these great producers I
Wow.
met back in those days.
Did you ever? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Wasn't there a couple of movies Muhammad Ali was in also?
Yeah, Muhammad, he did a couple of movies, Freedom Road and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Right.
You know,
Were you with him at the time?
No, I wasn't.
That was
Okay.
afterwards?
No, I wasn't with him at the time. I get one time I'm gone. I'm gone. When I
Listen.
go, I'm gone.
Listen.
But I
Don't ask
also-
any
I
more
also-
questions. You find out in the book. Don't spoil it all.
Tell
Ask
him,
another
Nico.
question. Hold
Tell
on,
him,
boo.
Nico.
I also want
Yeah.
to say something.
Yeah.
I also want to say something about the kind of man he was too. I don't know if a lot of people know this story that somebody was about to commit suicide, and
Oh, he did a lot of
and he
hero
went and
things.
talked the guy down.
Talked the
from
guy
ledge.
down.
Yeah, that's a true
wow.
story.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
a true story. And
Yeah.
that wasn't the first time that happened.
That was
It
just
happened several times.
Yeah, they televised that one. Though.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
and that was good for him to go because the guy was in such a shock that Muhammad Ali was there. He changed his mind
Yeah, he
altogether.
changed his
He
tune.
said, "I'm good, man. I'm out for this. I'm out
I
for
want to
this
spend
ledge."
some time with you.
Yeah, that was a great impact.
Wow.
That was a
That's
great
amazing.
impact. I mean, if it was you and Muhammad Ali came, you think you're gonna jump? Oh
No,
hell
no
no!
way.
I was-
You're
I
not
think I
gonna
would
jump.
be
There it is, right
embarrassed.
there.
Oh, my bad.
There it
Yeah,
is on the
some
screen right
ridiculous-
there.
Yeah,
There it is.
yeah, there
Wow.
he is. Yeah, and that wasn't the first time.
yeah,
He's
there
done
you
it
go.
several times. He's done it several times.
He had a heart of gold. I mean,
He
from
was
what
a-
I
yeah, he had a heart of gold. He had a heart of gold.
So let me ask you, with respect to the projects that you're working on now, and I actually, did you ever see yourself really thinking that you'd land doing what you're doing today? I mean, producing and making movies. What did you think?
Yeah, you know what? When I was a kid, I imagined a lot of things that I would like to do as a child. I always wanted to be a builder and build, and I did that in my lifetime, building. I wanted to be an architectural engineer, and I used to rebuild our homes. I actually organized building the camp.
Oh.
The camp up in Deer Lake,
wow.
Pennsylvania. That was my idea to build a camp, and I actually literally, with everybody, I told Ali what I wanted to have, and he would, once he said what he wanted, everybody came and gave him what he wanted, and that was a good experience to build a camp. Nobody's talked about me helping build a camp, but I took a little sketches, and I thought it would save us more money that way.
You're darn right.
Building a
Hiring
camp.
an architect.
And I've been up there since then, and it's just amazing. I helped structure the Cherry Hill home. I did the fountain, the colored fountain, the black iron gate around it. I kept busy, doing something. You don't just sit around on the side.
Well, they do say that for a female, I mean for actually anyone, that your home is an extension of your personalities, extension of your character. So
But
I can
now
see.
I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah, tell us about that.
I'm working on a new movie called Pure Justice. It's about law enforcement working with the community and their ups and downs that they're having about that. And I want that to get clear. A lot of my family is in law enforcement, and there's some things that need to be dealt with.
Yeah.
It's not only the reforms of certain cops, but people have to be reformed too to respect.
Oh, you are on
police
point.
officers.
Yeah, we've actually had the Bogota Police Department we've had on here, and we actually support a number of different departments in the foundations of the police departments.
Oh, there's my
And
movie.
there was
There
a
you go.
great comment that was made that our children, adults, young adults, and so on, are not taught how to be prepared
That's
to
right.
manage,
That's
the authorities.
That's right, and we deal with that certain thing online, and also secretly, I've always wanted to be. I've always liked Marvel and DC comics, and I just created a whole new brand of superheroes, and that's coming soon.
Rachel
It's
Gelman.
called the Peacemakers.
Oh, the Peacemakers.
So-
you have another hello.
Yeah,
From
again, what is they saying?
Rachel
What is
Galvin.
What
Hey,
is it?
Mama,
Hi,
loving
Mama.
your stories.
Thank you, sweetheart.
And we
So-
have Tamara Moore.
Tamara
Listen,
Moore.
Tamara Moore.
You
You know
put
Tamara.
comments. You put comments out there. We will read your name and
Thank you
read your
so
comment.
much for calling in and texting.
I
love
have
that.
another personal question. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
go
I'm
ahead.
the nosy one.
No, go ahead.
I'm the nosy one.
Come on, give it to me.
So
Niecy.
I know Camacho. What is your background? Because that to me speaks Latin, but I'm not sure. Tell me.
My last husband was named Camacho.
Oh, okay.
His name was named Rene Gonzalez Camacho.
There it
and,
goes. Okay.
And so when Muslims, when we have children, I never drop their father's names because they're a part of their life. So I added Camacho because that's my children's father.
Got it.
So my Ali is my children's father too. So we keep them so we don't neglect them.
Mm-hmm.
If I marry again, the last name is Ronzo or Barbado.
The name's going to get longer.
It's going to get right there. It's going to get longer and longer. Now you wonder why the Puerto Ricans have such a long name.
I think it's the entire Spanish and
Yeah,
Latin community.
yeah.
We have like 8
But
names.
in my background, I have American Indian. I have Irish German.
Love that.
Believe it or
Wow.
not, and I have for my family on my twin side. He's Irish, and we have Italian on the other twins, married to Italian. We got Italian family. I have Pakistani in my family. I have Vikings in my family.
I love Vikings.
Samoans in my family. So I can see where we are all related into more than one nationality. Everybody in this room has a sense of, these people travel the world.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they had
Absolutely.
winches all over the place, and
Yeah.
they dibbled and dabbed and everything.
I did actually do
It's
my
a big
ancestry.
pot.
Joe's
It's
life.
a
I
big
can't
pot of
believe it.
soup.
You're like
It's a big pot of soup.
That's right. It's just exactly Joe's life. I can't believe you
Totally.
said that.
It's a big pot of
He
soup.
was
So,
dibbling dabbling from here to
That's
New
right.
York, Chicago. He
so
dabbled.
there's no
Amazing.
reason to have racism in your life because you're
way.
mixed up with everybody.
Exactly.
You know, I
Racism
always
is a sign of ignorance.
I always tell people that if you were to take all my nieces and nephews and line them up, it'll look like a printer running out of ink.
I know it.
I like that.
I never looked at it that way. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, that was great. I often have said that if we all dig deep enough, we're all related.
Yeah.
Yes,
there's
we
people
all
I know that
related,
have done
yeah.
that
Ancestry.com,
Yeah, and
23
they
and
find out stuff that they can't believe.
Denise, don't say that in front of Nico. You're gonna break his
I
heart.
was gonna say, don't tell me you're my sister because I've been dying for you to be my next door neighbor since I met you.
Yeah. And I also want to tell you, children are my passion. So
Yes.
I'm gonna be working on gym suits. It's called BKA on the gym suit for kids. It's called BKA system, and it's called Be Kind Always. And the kids will be wearing the BK Mama Ali brand
Love it.
called the BKA system.
Amazing.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Great.
That's
Okay,
great.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned the projects you're working on. You got the movie, you've got the BKA clothing line,
And I have the comics.
the comics.
Yeah, it's called UC. That's Universal Comics.
I love that.
UC Comics.
So the movies that you're very busy, the movies that you're
Stay
right
busy.
now working
I'm
on.
single. I have to stay busy. When you're single,
I
you stay
understand.
busy.
It could be dubbing for a date with Miss Ali, Dr. Ali. Is that what we could do here? Any of the viewers want to take you on a date?
Are we adding to the raffle?
I'm too busy.
You're too busy.
The raffle just got
All
bigger.
right.
The raffle's getting bigger, baby. People, it's getting bigger.
Oh yeah. So the movies that you're working on or have worked on, are you writing them yourselves, or do you have someone?
I have
scripting it for you?
writers. I help the writers with I
concept?
create the stories.
Okay.
For the writers, and I have a great writer, Robin Hoffman, out of Orlando. She's one of my writers, and I do most of the the character creations.
Okay.
I create the characters.
I love that.
Yeah.
So,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
you have been delightful. I know we've been wanting to have you on the show. I never had the pleasure to get to know you some more, and I'm so happy
You're
that
so
I got
beautiful.
the opportunity.
I want you to be in my movie now.
Well, thank you.
You have to put you in there somewhere.
Somewhere, right? That's what they all say.
And you know what? No, but I'm a woman of my word. I have you in
Okay.
there. You. If I say something, it's gonna happen.
I
God
appreciate
willing,
that.
it's gonna happen.
Look
yeah.
what I'm surrounded with. They're all dark hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Blonde and anything. Right, Jennifer, back there? You got it, right?
Yeah, Jennifer. Yeah, there you go, Jen.
So I am so happy that you've been with us, and we are going to go to a commercial break, but please stay with us.
And you know what?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with you, but I want everybody to go to Instagram, put Dr. Khalilah Camacho Ali.
She took the words out of her mouth because I was about
Instagram.
to say, how do we get a hold of you? Where do we follow you? And
Yeah.
if they want to have a signed portrait or a signed picture,
Yes,
why
ma'am.
don't you show what you have?
Whoa, there's a signed picture right there. And you'll be able to go right on my website and get an autographed picture.
So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put you on our website so they
Okay.
can go right through
That'll
our website
work.
to reach you.
That'll work.
So we'll get up and running on that right quick, so you can go right to the powerupradiotv.com website, and we'll have an actual link and page for you.
And I got something new to tell you when you come back.
All right, going to commercial break.
We'll be right back.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high-quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com.
The Hideaway of Palm Beach. Free food all night from our gourmet kitchen. Drink and dance specials all night. Exclusive private VIP rooms. Top shelf bottle specials. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Come meet our top-notch bartenders and servers. And of course, the most beautiful entertainers in Palm Beach. The Hideaway. Palm Beach's hidden gem. The secret is out. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Located at 1152 Old Okeechobee Road, West Palm Beach. Open 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The Hideaway of Palm Beach.
All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 6th Borough. Take it away, Denise.
Thank you, Nico. I just love the way he brings us back on, don't you?
Yes.
So, you were going to say one more thing, and then we're going to go on. And thank you so much for being on. But what is it you wanted to share?
This is it. I want everybody to realize one thing. Oh, sorry. I want everybody to realize one thing. Life is so precious.
Indeed.
Because you don't know what's going to happen around the corner or the next day or who you're going to run into. That is a special surprise for your journey in this life.
Yes.
And while I was out in California, just seeing just a little premiere of a movie, I had a young man walked me to where I was supposed to go on the red carpet. He was like escorting me to do this and do that. Little did I know this young little man by the name of Henry Pease, and he is the producer with Morgan Freeman, and said, I want you in one of our movies with Morgan Freeman. I said, all you got to do is call me. And I was so honored to be a part of Morgan Freeman because he's one of my biggest fans when it comes to filmmaking. His voice is incredible.
Incredible.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm saying, I got goosebumps when he told me that. And usually when they say they want something, they come and get you. That's why you have to be prepared at all times.
And I got bragging rights because I'm actually in Bay Nights with Khalilah Ali.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yes, you are. Yes.
Kenny, what movie?
She's in so many movies she forgot. She's not like,
What movie is in here?
Yo,
it's just getting started,
that's
baby.
what I'm saying, baby.
Just
That's
getting
right.
started.
That's right.
I show up in my living room. That's where I show up.
That's right. You was in the
Here in the
preview
living
Bay
room.
Nights. And I pray Bishop Gabriella. I'm the what you call marriage counselor for Alexis. Alexis.
There
I'm
you
a
go.
marriage counselor.
What's the name of the movie again?
Bay Nights.
Bay Nights.
B-A-E.
Is it out already?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, they did a premiere. I think I know he's the Lunar is the director.
Luna's the director.
And
Yes.
he's got
and
some
Sandra
films
Justice is one of the producers.
Yes.
Sandra?
Yes, Sandra Justice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So every name you just mentioned, they got to drop us $100.
Yeah. There you go.
So
money.
Kenny,
There you
you're
go.
on the film. What
And you know
yeah, I
what?
play Sharon. So Sharon Pfeiffer's in the film.
Yeah, Sharon
I play her
Pfeiffer.
bodyguard.
There you
no
go.
way, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All
in
the
that
family.
and Nisi, in that film, I was so much heavier. And I said, I'm gonna lose that weight, and when it's
When
not
you look
gonna.
at the camera,
and
that'll
I
make you lose
did,
weight.
and I actually lost weight, and I'm still losing.
You look fabulous.
You have
look
seen
great.
that
You look
yet.
great.
Thank you.
Whoop, whoop.
Fuego.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so
I
much.
look like a model next time you see me again.
All right.
You're welcome to anytime. You're welcome here.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. I
It was a
love
pleasure.
You don't even need
Thank
to,
you.
you don't even need an invitation. Just come on in anytime.
Thank you.
Well, thank you
but
so
let me
much.
just say, I do have a contingency. After the book comes out, you got to come back, but you got to bring some kind of a pot of some kind of a cooking that you did.
Yes,
Maybe
exactly.
prepare some kind of like soul food. I don't know what you do, what you
Oh, but
specialize
let
in.
me tell
You're
you
all
what
like,
I
like, eat mama's
specialize
cooking.
in.
I
Can
want
I
that.
tell you what I
Whatever it is I got to
specialize
eat,
in?
that's what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
please do.
Denise, do not
My-
let her on that show without that food up in
got
there.
it.
Okay, I
Straight
make
up.
the best halal beef ribs
See,
ever.
that's what I'm trying to say.
My
Some-
kids
that's
don't
what-
eat anybody's ribs but mine.
Good idea, right? Yo,
Yeah,
that was a good
succulent.
idea.
All right. We're
Succulent.
going to hold you to it.
Thank you.
I'm getting hungry.
Halal beef ribs.
Thank you so
wait.
much.
Getting
And
hungry
it's
thinking
healthier
about it.
for you than pork ribs.
Yeah, I want some. I thought we were at a restaurant right now. I was like, I want to order
nice.
that. I swear to you. I was like, wait.
Next time on the show, I'm going to bring them.
I'm getting
I'll
hungry.
bring them. You're getting hungry,
that.
baby.
Getting
He's
hungry.
getting hungry.
Yeah, right.
He's getting hungry. Well, again, Khalilah, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
on
so
here.
much.
You're a
Thank you
pleasure.
so much. God
And
bless
I
you
run
all.
into you quite often, and so we've just took our relationship to another level.
Another level.
All right, then.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Joe, take over.
Well, next guest, he was on a couple of months ago. We were at our other studio. He came in remotely. Great guy, incredible story. I mean, I read his book, unbelievable. We kind of ran with the same crowd back in the day, but this man's story is unbelievable. We're gonna run this reel and show what he's got coming up next. But I want you guys to look at this guy. This man's gonna be a star. I mean, his story alone is gonna take him to places that are unbelievable. But let's watch this clip, and then we'll go to my really good friend, Tommy Harding.
Absolutely not. Tommy has the biggest heart. He's kind, protective, cares about the people around him, and I cannot imagine him being the person that he wrote about in the book.
Our other top story tonight, crime in New York City and what to do about it. Even as the governor spoke, the madness continued in the streets.
The night that I was stabbed in the chest, 1990, the EMTs called my time of death on me at the ambulance.
I did know he was hiding, so to speak, but didn't know he was a wanted fugitive at the time.
Both of my parents were abused when they was kids.
He asked me how much do I make at the club, and I said about $250 a night. He says I could double that if you just come with me.
He told me, he goes, you know what, Roy, if you ever need any help about anything, and I mean anything, you let me know and I'll take care of it for you.
Tommy Harding. Welcome, Tommy.
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nico. Thank you.
I just want you guys to know before we do get started that he's twice as big as he looks like on TV. I went over there and made my way over there just to say hello. I don't know what I was thinking, but then he decided to stand up, and I was like, I don't know what he is thinking. It made me feel like the little white man on the Eddie Murphy little thing where the white man going, I'll buy all the juju beads, I'll buy it all, dog. He's a big man. Let me just tell you, it's a pleasure to meet you. Nothing but an honor, man.
Pleasure,
Just want y'all to know that he's a lot bigger than you think.
He's got a big heart, though. We've had the pleasure to meet you before.
Yes,
you
we
were
did.
on our show a little while back before the book came out.
Yes.
And here you are. And I'm so proud of you, your story, your everything. We want to hear the story again. We actually have a comment we just want to read real quick from Maria Escobar. Well, we just missed it.
She
but
said,
there
my
was-
dream is to be in a movie with Khalilah Ali. Maria.
Aw.
And Kenny.
So are you, see,
Tommy, of course.
Going back to that point, you never know who you're going to meet.
Oh, yes,
Right?
without question.
Yeah. Tommy, I've read your book, saw the trailer. I got to meet you a little bit before and a little bit of your story and your beautiful fiance. I mean, just what a great couple you are. And
Thank you.
Your story is amazing. So we're turning over to the next part of our show right now. And it's called the Power Hour for the 6th Borough. And this is where we tell the comeback stories. And your story is amazing. The fact that you were declared dead at some point.
He was in the body bag, right?
In the
Well,
was
what
it zipped
happened,
up? Was it zipped up?
Well, let me explain it to you. What happened, I was being set up this evening. I was basically a bagman. I was picking up money, illegal money from clubs, okay, in Red Hook, Brooklyn, all right? In other words, I'm the guy that shows up and you got to pay us a VIG that you owe at the end of the week. And I usually go to the clubs on Friday or Saturday for Saturday nights. But that evening, what happened was I was kind of drinking heavily that night. And the people that I was dealing with at that club, I'll never forget the name, it was a club called Amanece. It was from a Mexican club. And they were getting kind of tired of us taking money from them. And unfortunately, what happened was when I went to use the bathroom, two individuals came in there and got me at gunpoint. A guy that I was with was still in the front at the bar. I was by myself, so they caught me by myself. And I already had, I don't know, a few $1,000s on me from picking up from them. So they took me out, told me to follow them out to the alleyway. So we're out in the alleyway, and I'm saying to myself, I'm drunk, I'm a little bit buzzed. I'm saying, like, wow, this is it. This is going to be it. I'm going to be killed right now. But I said to myself, I got to try and save my life. So I turned around real fast, and I grabbed one of the guys, and I threw him to the floor. When I did that, I felt a poke into my chest. So I was stabbed in my chest, and I fell back over. Now, the individual had a firearm. They didn't shoot me, thank God. He just stabbed me. They got up, and they took off. But I got up. What happened was I got up, and I started walking. But I was, like, disoriented. So when I walked, I don't know why I walked into the street. I walked out of the alleyway into the street, and I was struck by a car. I got hit by a car.
It's like a cartoon.
So you didn't even know at this point that you were stabbed?
I knew that I was there because I grabbed my chest, and I started seeing all the blood come out.
Okay.
But I was like, blood was coming out of my nose and my mouth at the same time. I was filling up, and then I got hit by a car. What happened with the body bag, my mother, my mom, God rest my mother's soul, she always told this story, that they put her son in a body bag. What happened was when the EMTs got there, I had a very slow pulse. They didn't feel any pulse whatsoever, so they put me in a body bag. But they didn't zip the top part. That's where I was getting air from. They get zipped up. It was kind of down a little bit. Right. And when they drove me to the hospital called Park Slope Hospital in Brooklyn in Red Hook,
I know exactly where that is.
this was told to me that the bag started moving.
I know it sounds funny, but like, if that were me, I would have been like, I'm out.
That car would have been driving itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw a body bag moving.
I'm running.
You're like, get out, get out.
Well, that's a good thing for me. It started moving, and what I was told, because I was in a coma for about, oh my gosh, about 17 to 20 days.
Really?
Yeah, I was in a coma. Yeah, yeah, but because I was stabbed in what's called, I learned a lot about the heart. I was stabbed in what's called the left ventricle, which pumps the blood through your heart to the right ventricle to get it to your brain, and through your system. I hemorrhaged when he stabbed me.
So they got your heart.
He got my left ventricle. He didn't stab me exactly in the heart. Right. Just basically a line that goes to the heart.
Right.
So if you were going to be stabbed, that was the way to get stabbed.
If you're going to get stabbed in the heart, that's where you want to get stabbed at.
I'll remember
And
that.
I had open heart surgery. Now, back in the day, now they use something called decatheters.
Right.
They go in through here and they give you heart surgery. But back in the day, they cut you open. So I'm scarred from here down to the back when they opened me up and repaired my heart.
Wow.
And, yeah.
Okay, moment of silence because we're processing this information. But that's like,
I mean, you got to
we
give a man
applaud
a round
you.
of applause. Are you kidding me? That story was right out of
I
a
heard
movie.
the inside of the bag smelled like a new car. Is that
heartfelt,
true?
man. I was looking at my popcorn and everything.
wait, what was that? I got to hear that comment. What was that?
I said I heard the inside of the bag smelled like a new car. Is that true?
I don't. Honestly,
man.
I don't
That's
remember
cold.
any
That's
of that.
cold.
But no,
The
wait
next
till
thing-
Tom stands up, dog. Okay, he don't look like much sitting down, does he? Tall as you sitting down. That's all I want you to know.
Come on, man, Cap.
I know. Come
The
on,
only
man.
thing that I
Chopped up
remember
here.
is it
Chopping it.
is waking up, right? I woke up and I was in ICU and had every kind of line hooked up to me, in my penis, in my bag, everything. I had everything hooked up to me, and I couldn't speak for a while. They didn't. Now, when I was out there doing my thing, working for all these people that I was working for, we never carry any ID in case we get stopped by the cops. We don't want them to let them know who we are. You follow what I'm saying? So I never
Wow.
had any ID.
I just learned
so
something.
the police had to take my fingerprints. They took my fingerprints. Yeah, they took my fingerprints, and they realized, oh, we know who that guy is. We know who that guy is. They wanted to wait around until I wake up. But what I started doing, when I started coming around, at that time, my daughter's mother, Negra, was there at the hospital, and I saw her, and I'll never forget this, what she said to me. I'll never forget this. She said this. She said, I wish you would die already because I'm tired of worrying about you. Because I want her. No, I put this woman
Those are
through.
fighting words.
I put her through hell because I had I was shot prior to that actually. I was shot at a different time, and I was stabbed at another time. It's all in my book. So, you know, her going through all this, I can certainly understand about her feeling about that. But here's the funny part. When there's a funny part here.
I was going to say, it's funny.
When they finally took the
gunshot.
Yes.
Just wondering where.
Hey, Nico, check it out.
At my comedy show, we don't start off with that, but just go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, girl.
Yeah. It's nice to laugh later.
Right.
But here's the thing: when they had the oxygen going down your throat, and they actually pull it out, all the saliva, everything comes out with it, and I was coughing up and everything. I was able to talk again, you know. And then the cops started coming. I was faking that I was really hurt, real bad. For a long time, I was like, "Who are these people?" Whatever.
Oh my gosh!
What's going on? And then I would
white
have
people look alike. All y'all white people look alike.
yeah. I didn't want to be questioned.
No,
so,
exactly.
No, I didn't want to be questioned. So
Very
I told
smart.
What president isn't O. Kennedy?
I told my kid's mom. I said when she was in there, I said, "Get me a lawyer. We got to figure this out. Get somebody to talk to me or get in contact with the people that I was working with." And actually, they came down to the hospital to see me. The people that I was actually working with, and I'll just say his name was Jimmy. And to this day, Jimmy is one of the people that got me involved at 17 years old in organized crime. But I got to tell you, I love Jimmy. Yeah. I love this man. You know what I'm saying? He came to the hospital and he saw me. He said, "Tommy, man, we got to, you got to get out of this business. I don't want you in this business anymore." You know. But the bottom line is, when I got out of the hospital and I got better, the doctors were telling me, "Oh, you're never going to be the same. You're never going to be able to," because they cut a lot of nerves on this. In other words, I don't feel anything. You stick needles in here because they didn't bypass. When they gave me emergency open heart surgery, they didn't bypass a lot of my nerves. They just cut me open.
Oh yeah, they had to get to
So I don't feel anything. No, I don't feel anything there. You know what I'm saying? No,
You're going to end up in Khalilah's next
I was going to say, the next superhero movie is all about superhero black people, so you're in. See him, he's immortal. Come down, Thomas Harding.
Well, I could say this one thing, and I'll use the words of my mother. My mom told me that God put you here for a reason. He let you survive for a reason. That's right. My mom loved me unconditionally. I was a criminal. I wrote this book. I was a criminal.
Here's the book, y'all.
Okay?
Boom.
That's the book. That's
There
the book.
it is. Congratulations. Congratulations on the book, man. Respect.
Yeah.
Harding. Tommy Harding.
And I just decided that it was time to make a change. You know what I'm saying? You know when I realized something was really, really bad besides going into the hospital and all that stuff happened to me? When I was on this building on Rikers Island called C-74. This island is the most violent place, jail, that anyone could ever go to.
What is it called? What was it called?
Called C-74. There was the building of C-74 on Rikers Island. Rikers Island has a number of different prisons, HDM, C-95, I've been in them all.
Is Rikers still open?
It's still open. Oh, yeah, they got vacancies.
It's open. It's open for
Rikers. Yay.
Yeah, they got vacancies.
He's open for business.
It's open for business. It's definitely open for business. But I was housed with a guy named Herberto Seda. He was the New York City Zodiac killer.
Oh, my God.
In 1994. I wrote about him in my book.
Were you concerned about sleeping?
No, he wasn't. I was housed in the same building.
Oh, the same building.
But I took a job. See, when I was in jail, I wanted to make my time go faster. I mean, you can relate to this. You don't want to sit in your cell and just count the roaches running by you. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You want to do something. So I took a job in the VI room, which is called the visiting room, and I was handing out jumpsuits to inmates that were visiting, going on visits. And they bring this one guy in there one day. He was shackled. Shackled means that your hands are cuffed and your legs are cuffed and you got a chain. And I asked the CEO, I said, who's that? He looks familiar. He says, "Oh, that's Zodiac," because they call him Zodiac. And he was being paid, guys, paid by the media to give interviews. You know why I know that? Because Herberto told me that, because we would sit and play chess while he was waiting on his visit. And he would tell me all this stuff. He would tell me all these, he just felt like he could talk to me. And one of the things that I also mentioned in my book that Herberto told me was that, he says, and he had the coldest eyes. If you guys remember this movie called Jaws, and the shark, the dark eyes.
Yeah, like that.
He had these eyes. He was a little guy. He was a little dude.
Really?
Right? But
he sounded like he was big.
There was no. He was a little guy.
Wait,
He was a little
Khalilah.
guy.
Obviously, they don't know what menopause eyes look like.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
No, we
saying, I
don't.
know those eyes.
All our girls just started college, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Anyway.
He was
Those eyes,
complaining.
Yeah, snake eyes are like that too.
Yeah, he was
They used to call
complaining.
me snake eyes because when
Really?
I cut onions, I don't tear.
Oof.
So he had this look of emptiness.
Yeah,
and
he
just-
would talk to me, right? And I wrote about it in my book. He would just say, "You know what they're doing to my food?" He goes, "The CEOs are, putting feces in my food, and they're putting urine in my drinks."
This is the Zodiac killer.
Yeah, Herberto, right? And I'm like saying to myself, you deserved it. Look what you did.
Oh my
Killed 7 people. What are you talking about?
How many did he kill?
You know what I'm saying? You deserved it.
70.
Right?
70 people? How many did he?
He killed 7 people.
7.
Right.
Roberto said you could Google.
That
He killed
you know
7
of,
people
that
that we
you
know
know
of.
of.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Usually
saying?
more than
Seven's
that.
the key number.
And he
Nowadays,
just got
that
to.
don't sound like
just
a big, it's, they're
enjoyed
killing a lot of
talking
people
to me
for no reason,
And so I'd see him like 2 or 3 times a week.
He was a little guy.
He was a little dude, but everybody's little to me.
Did he ask you for your food, bro?
I was just gonna say everybody's little to
I'd
this
be
guy.
asking you for your burger or your sandwich.
Yeah, he was a
Yo,
real
partner, I
s-
can't
real
eat this.
small guy.
Let a brother
Yeah,
get
but
a sandwich.
a
Did he
small
ask you
guy
for
looking at
food?
a guy like you, I'd be very careful.
Yeah, but the thing that made me make a turnaround is I did not want to be part of that anymore. I didn't want to live my life like that anymore. And Jimmy was telling me to get out of the business. Now you got to understand something, and maybe Joe can understand this. The Italian people in New York City, you can never be, let's just say, a made guy if you're a mixed race. Even if you're a certain Italian, they won't let you be a made guy.
Right, you got to be 100%.
You got to be 100%. And they'll go through your whole history to find out your family tree, to find out who you are.
No
and obviously,
Sicilians.
come on,
Yeah.
But you were with all the Goombas.
oh, I was with them, but you got to understand something. Not
not
all the
one of
Goombas like me either.
But he's not one of
they
them
don't-
also,
you know,
so that's a situation.
But Jimmy knew one thing. Jimmy always said this to me, and I had this one guy that really didn't like me, okay, and he would call me the N-word.
Right.
He says, I'm not being on the note, and Jimmy would take him to the side and threaten his life.
Yeah, bro.
He
I
said it's
would
not
too.
about his color. He earns. He makes money
He
for me.
did what he had to do,
Are you
yeah.
going to stop that? And
Yeah.
Jimmy's saying it to him right in front of me. So follow him. Go do just listen to what he's telling you to do. And then when me and him get in the car and me would talk, I would say, me and you could settle this ourselves.
Right,
He
right.
changed his
Me and you
tune,
could settle
right?
this ourselves.
And I'm a red bone, is
He
what you
was
should
a-
have said.
Red bone,
I'm gonna say,
yeah.
hey, partner, I ain't no Edward. I'm a red bone. You better recognize. Get in the back of the car.
He was
See that's in the
considered-
trunk. Come on, partner.
He was considered a tuner. You know what a tuner is,
Yeah.
right? You tune somebody up.
Yeah.
That's what I was considered, an enforcer. You tune somebody up.
thought it was a
You go over there.
Me
You don't want to.
You don't want to kill them. If they don't pay, you
Well,
tune
I'm not
them
gonna
up.
say kill him. That's another story. But
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say, you want to go over there, tune them up, because you want to be able to get that money next
Right.
week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you want. That's what his specialty was.
Yeah.
But he went kind of off the chain with it.
got a
You know.
He
couple-
went
I
a
got a
little.
couple people
He went a
over
little.
there.
He went a little too far.
Yeah. I mean, like, they call him the bag man because he put a bag, like a glad bag over your hand and slam it with a hammer.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I asked him, why you put in the bag? He says, I don't want to get my clothes dirty. I'm like, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? So.
I want to pause
Glass
right
bags
there.
are really durable, you know?
Yeah.
I want to pause because these are the kind of stories that if you're not listening, this is the truth. This is a matter of fact. This is the show that we run here and telling stories like this. And these are stories that have messes that were made and that happened. And this is the
Yes.
message that comes from being in such a predicament and to coming back to life in your case. So now here we are today.
Right.
Tell me what you're working on.
Well, I wanted to make change. So after the book came out and it got released, my publisher, which is a great friend of mine, named Lorenzo Munoz, a shout out to Lorenzo Munoz, who published my book, Hardening, okay? Because I wasn't going to publish it. I had the book sit for 15 years. The manuscript sat in my closet. I just wrote it for myself, for my state of mind.
Yeah,
You
because
follow what I'm
it's a
saying?
good release.
Exactly.
Writing books is good therapy.
Exactly. We were sitting down in Miami, here in Miami, because he runs the Miramar Amphitheater here. And he's a good friend of Charlie Rodriguez.
Right.
And we're childhood friends. I mean, we've known each other since we were 12, 13 years old. You know what I mean? So we were having a drink, and we just started a conversation. I said, you know what, Lorenzo, I wrote my memoirs about. Because he asked me, he said, Tommy, man, you should drive Cadillacs all the time. And you had money. How did you do that? So I started telling him what I did, and I wrote the memoirs about my story. He says, can I read it? And I never let anyone read it.
Right.
It was just for me. You follow what I'm saying? It's just for me, not for anyone else. So I sent it to him. He gets in contact with me 2 months later, and he begs to Tommy, you gotta let me print this book. You gotta let me print this book.
I read it.
All right?
Yeah.
He says, I won't charge you anything, but there's one thing that you gotta do for me. Now that's after I agreed to let him print it.
Right.
He says, pay it forward. So right now, what I'm doing right now is I'm counseling and mentoring kids
speak at
in North
different
Carolina.
places,
Yeah, I go speak to them at the youth centers and stuff like that because I want to let them know. And listen, let me just tell you something. I'm of a mixed race, okay? My mother's Italian, Polish. My father's African American.
There you go. There's the mix.
It doesn't matter what you are. It's how you are, okay? And this is one thing. But one thing that I do know, the jails are being overfilled with African Americans and the cemeteries are being overfilled with people of color. And when I went to I went to Highland Presbyterian Church in Fayetteville, North Carolina, because I was asked to speak there. And when I got there, there was about 40 kids there, all African American. And when they see me walking, they all came over to me. Who's this guy? Oh my gosh, who's this guy?
Well, you're magnetic.
And then I talked to the pastor, and I sat them all down, and I told them my story. And I posted up a picture, I believe, on Facebook.
You did.
And these kids have no parents, no mother and no father, because most of their fathers are incarcerated or dead, and the parents and the mothers with drug problems or whatever the case may be.
That's difficult.
And they're gone, and they have nobody. So I had a long talk with them, and now I'm going to go back to seeing them again because I said, listen, the only way that we can help the children is we have to listen to them.
Exactly.
You have to listen to them.
Yeah.
You're not gonna listen. I don't care how big and bad anyone thinks they are. Me, myself included, right? Knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
I agree with you.
There's the
Knowledge
picture. Is there the
is
picture?
power.
There's
Yeah, that's me with the kids. Yeah.
Beautiful.
We couldn't fit them all in there,
It's okay,
but there was a whole bunch of them.
Once
But,
again,
yeah.
we're telling stories, and I know if you're listening, you can't see what we're seeing, but we encourage you, please, to be able to connect and see the show live. You can put the voices and the names together and the footage that they bring to share their stories. And it just makes it that much more enriched.
Yeah, because we post this up and it's there for you to see. So
Yeah.
I urge you guys to see this.
Yeah. So Tommy, the book that you've written, Hardening.
Yeah.
I'm actually creating it where you can actually go to our website and they'll click through to be able to get to your website to go ahead and buy your memoir.
Yes. They can do that from the Shopify, the link that I'm going to give you, right?
It'll be on our website and it'll go directly to yours.
Every book will be signed by me personally. I will sign
Hey,
every
who's that
book.
guy?
It is me and Joe.
Where's my picture?
What I admire about
Look at that.
What I admire about the young man,
you look,
he's
Kenny.
playing
You
it
look so
forward to
little.
these
Yeah,
kids.
I
size of his arm, bro.
I had Tommy lean down over things, so I didn't look too short.
I don't even want a picture.
But let
of
me
him.
tell
Why
you
don't
something
sit
about this
down?
man. This man's got a heart of gold. He's been
he's
to
a
my
gentleman.
house, made him dinner. My mom adores this man, and he so respectful. He calls all the time just to talk to
I
my
love
mom.
Angie. I
Check
love
on
Angie.
her all the time. Oh, a great guy, and we became very good friends.
Yes.
And I'm honored to be this man's friend.
Awesome.
He inspired me to get my book going.
Oh, yeah.
I was actually introduced to Tommy at an event down in Fort Lauderdale.
But
by
I didn't know you
Bill
guys
Hoffman.
knew each other.
No, I met him.
I didn't know
I
you
met
guys
that
knew each
Girl,
other
the friendliest
either.
girl in class.
I
Kenny's
met him
everywhere.
through a great guy, late Bill Hoffman.
Bill Hoffman.
Yes.
Oh, rest
Bill
in
was at the
peace.
house
Rest in
that
peace,
night.
yeah. And we ended up hitting it off really. And that picture that you saw of us, I had one of my personal collection mugs. It was the first mug that was printed, and I gave him that mug, and he gave me his book.
Right.
And
traded.
that was it. We just the
I want
friendship
my
traded.
book. I want my
traded
book
it.
signed.
That's why I'm holding his mug there, and he's holding my book.
And let me tell you, for those of you guys that are looking, look how big he is compared to me.
No, that's what I was trying to tell
That was at that
Bro,
Mama
he
Luke,
hurt my
that Mama
feelings,
Luke
bro.
studio.
I said hello to him. I felt so bad. I should not have done that.
Oh, I know what studio that was.
Take that much, you know that,
No,
right?
That was the Mama
No.
Luke studio.
But he's a gentleman. I think he's very, he's in tune.
Great
to,
dude, man. We talk all the
normalcy.
time. Whenever I just feel like shooting the crap, we call, we talk. We
Here's
stay
the
on the
thing.
phone.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm going to say this very briefly, right? I'm not proud of. I could sit here, I could joke, and we could laugh together about all the stuff in my past, working for these people and these organized people. Okay, everything's not in that book.
You can't.
I'm just going to leave it like that.
Some
Everything's
things
not
don't
in there.
have some things don't carry a
some-
statute of
yeah,
limitations.
but here's the thing.
Those most important stuff is coming.
Exactly. It's the takeaway.
Yes, the message.
What you
It's
get
the
out of the book.
takeaway.
It took me a long time, but I read your book.
Right. I took away, listen, I've been shot, stabbed, run over by a car, body bag, jail. I've been in every freaking jail that you can name, and Brooklyn House of Detention, Upstate, Riverview, Governor, Attica, all of them. I've been in them all because the bigger you are, the more problems you're going to get when you're incarcerated because people are going to think you're
Try
you
to
ain't
use it as
running
an
nothing
example.
there. You follow what I'm saying? And I don't take no shorts. Okay, I don't argue with nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to come with me. Okay, I don't have time. I don't, and I changed from that. I'm not that person anymore.
Right.
That was my history.
Right.
The redemption came in. Okay, I got my son. My 17-year-old son is gonna be 18 this month. I got my grandkids. So I want to help. I want to stop that. There's more Tommies out there. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
I don't want those Tommies heading down my road. They might not survive it.
Yeah.
I got lucky.
Hey, Tommy, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
In regards to your trials and tribulations of your life, do you feel that when you were younger that possibly you were ignorant to the fact that you didn't think before you reacted? If someone was like, yo, man, F you, N-word, and then you were like, well, I'm not an N-word, so I have no idea what that guy's talking about. Or did you snap out and just snap?
No. You got to understand something, Nico. This is the deal, right? If you read, you got to read my book.
I want to read it. No,
okay?
so badly.
You
have
got to
no
read my
idea.
book.
Your stories
I'll
are,
tell
like,
you,
unbelievable.
the first chapter is called Dad's Early Drinking.
Yes.
My father.
Yep.
That lays the
That's
groundwork.
the first chapter. That lays the ground. My dad was a heavy drinker, violent, beat my mother in front of me. I have to protect my younger brother, my younger sister, and my older brother. My older brother, Ben, he was 2 years older than me, but he wasn't like me. He was like really
soft.
He just wasn't like me, okay? So I had to deal with that. So when dealing with that made me want to go venture out and find another family, somebody else that could be loving or whatever. Sure. But I wind up meeting Jimmy, and yeah, it's a family, but it was the wrong family.
But they took care of you.
You're doing good, kid. I love you. Now go kill this guy for $5. Go get it. Boy, you're doing good. Come home to daddy.
I got involved early with street gangs, the warlords, when I was like in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the warlords I got involved in. And then in the 80s, 1982, I met Jimmy, because it was my 17th birthday, and I met Jimmy at an S&M club, no less. Me and a buddy of mine, to make a long story short, me and a buddy of mine named Neil, he's in the book, we didn't know what we were doing. It's in New York City, Times Square. We took a train down to 14th Street because somebody gave us a flyer. We go down to this club. I never knew what the hell that was.
Right.
I couldn't believe it. You know, and I lied about my age getting inside the club, and Jimmy says, you're not 18. And then from that point on, he talked to me. He liked the way that I handled myself, and he offered me a job doing security at 17 at the club.
Wow.
And that was the beginning of it. Then he got to know me more, and then as the years went on, I got bumped up. And then I started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. My jobs getting bigger. People that I would get involved with were getting bigger.
His arms were getting bigger.
His shirts are getting smaller and smaller. He's rocking like a 12, 14 right now.
I'm going to say, this is sound like I'm stealing a line from a movie, Scarface, and I'm not going to cuss, but I never gave anybody they didn't deserve.
Right.
I never would hurt somebody that didn't deserve it.
No, right, absolutely.
Okay, I'm not out here snatching bags from old ladies. I see you snatching a bag from an old lady, you're gonna be carrying a shovel in the woods.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I didn't do that. I messed with people that were in the same thing that I was involved with. And if I didn't get that job done, these people that were putting me to work are gonna do something to me.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
I know how it works, bro.
It was hard to get out of that.
From
I
the
got
top
blessed.
down, that's how it goes.
You were doing their justice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And every time he hit him, he was like, I'm doing you a favor. This is Firo. You son of a pup.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think they say, I want to come out in the cold? Look what you're making
Exactly.
me do to yourself. Look at you.
Now,
I'm
exactly.
home eating a nice meal, but you're making me do this.
Now remember, that's called my documentary's coming out pretty soon.
can't wait to see
okay?
it.
That's gonna be
now,
great.
let me just end it like this. It's called From Mob to Bounty Hunter. I became a bounty hunter.
Yes, so that was what, right
Okay.
before we go to commercial, we're
Yeah.
about to go to commercial, but
We'll talk about that.
I want to say that he went from doing this to becoming a bounty hunter. We got to know how on earth that happened.
I'ma tell
what
you
made
about
you
it.
change that? Let's go to commercial. We'll be right back.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high-quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
The Hideaway of Palm Beach. Free food all night from our gourmet kitchen. Drink and dance specials all night. Exclusive private VIP rooms. Top shelf bottle specials. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Come meet our top-notch bartenders and servers. And of course, the most beautiful entertainers in Palm Beach. The Hideaway. Palm Beach's hidden gem. The secret is out. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Located at 1152 Old Okeechobee Road, West Palm Beach. Open 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The Hideaway of Palm Beach.
Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, so check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The 6th Borough, the sexiest place to be. Every Friday night from 6:30 to 8:30. And I believe we're on the Power Up Hour. I do have my special host in the building right now, Mag Chop Kenny. I got Joe, I got Denise, and my name is Nico. Denise, are you ready? Take it away, Denise.
Well, Denise was going to take it away, but I'm going to hand it over to Joe because this is where he's supposed to come in.
Oh, my bad.
That's okay. It all
Sorry,
works.
Joe,
We're
you
in the
look just
family.
like Denise.
It's that.
My bad. You look just like her, bro.
It's that pineapple pizza. I'm telling you.
Pizza you're eating, Joe. I cannot believe you disrespect all the Italians all over the nation.
Well, we're gonna head back to Tommy. So far, we're all been amazed, right? Everyone agrees. What a story. Finish up with us. Tell us what you had to tell us about the bounty hunter thing.
Well,
I'm
like I said,
real curious about it.
like
I
I
know
said,
the story,
very
but let everybody else
briefly.
hear it.
Thanks, Joe. Of course, the documentary is called From Mob to Bounty Hunter. When I got out of jail and I didn't want to be involved with any more criminal acts, I had to find something else to do. The only thing that I could do is bounce clubs. So I stooped down again, and I started bouncing clubs in a place called Fayetteville, North Carolina. I was working a club one night, and I kept noticing this guy staring at me. A little short dude, little white dude kept staring at me, and then noticing that he's been there a few times. I'm like, I wonder if that guy's from my past.
Whack you.
They
sent him to whack you.
So he approached me, and I spoke to a few people. He was a bail bondsman. And his name was, I could say his name. His name is Troy Thompson. And me and Troy started talking, and I told him a little bit about me. He was saying, listen, I see the way you work here. You see the way I handle customers and stuff like that, people that are giving problems, you know. I'm the type of guy, if we're at a club and you're acting like a jackass, right, I won't beat you down. I will pick you up, take you outside. I will pay your cab to bring you home.
Right.
Okay? you got a lot of guys out there that, you know.
They want to rough up the people, right?
Exactly. Not unless I have to. You follow what I'm saying?
No, you give them the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly. Because if I have to, listen, I have to beat up every person that does that, it won't stop. It'll be 24/7.
Right,
You
yeah.
follow what I'm saying?
Especially in a club.
Exactly. So Troy had asked me, he said, how much money you making there? I said, about anywhere from $250 to $300 a night. He says, I could pay you probably double or triple. I said, doing what? He says, picking up skips. And I knew, being a criminal, I knew what
You
that
knew
was all
exactly
about.
what it meant. That was
I
the
knew what it
guy
all
in the
about.
video with the long hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
No. That guy in the video with the long hair, he's a rock star. I'm in his music video.
Oh, the one
That's
I
from
know.
the
Okay,
Fifth.
yeah.
He was the lead singer of the Fifth,
Okay.
named Roy Cathy, my buddy.
I saw that video.
Yeah. So check this out, right? So I said, well, you pay that much? Let's work a case. I could not believe how simple and easy this was. I knew more than him because I was a criminal. You know what I'm
So
saying?
tell us quickly, what is a bounty hunter? What did you do? Like,
All right,
tell us your
basically,
job.
we a person that gets bonded out of jail.
Right.
He gets a court date. He's bonded out by the bail bondsman, but the bail bondsman don't put the money. It's called an insurance company that places the bail money. Gets out, but he's responsible for that. Say, for instance, it was $10,000. He's responsible for the $10,000 to the court. He gets out of jail and he don't go back to court. He gets the FTA, which is a failure to appear. That means that bondsman company can lose $10,000.
Right.
Oh,
So
wow.
we hunt him down for a percentage. I get 10%. You follow what I'm saying?
The bounty hunter does the same thing, right? The dog.
No, he's Dwayne. His name is Dwayne. He's another story. I'll tell you about him later. Okay.
Yes, that's
No,
the Tom
no,
Hardy story.
No,
That's the Tom Hardy story.
Dwayne, the dog bounty hunter, hunt down ice heads on the island.
Okay.
I hunted down VFOs, which is violent felony offenders. Okay, he hunts down guys that can't get off an island. Okay, that's a whole
I just hunt
different story.
down belts.
Did you wear a
Yeah, I took a course. I
love Tommy,
I didn't wear no
man.
bulletproof
I'm
vest.
gonna
or
get
anything.
myself a hunting
No, I didn't wear
Gucci
a
belt.
vest. It's hard for me to maneuver
So let
like
him
that.
finish. I want to hear this.
If I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. You follow what I'm
And then,
saying?
if I may, what are your sizes? You're like 6'5"?
The biggest, whatever the largest size they have there.
No, but in regards to yourself, how tall
Oh,
are you?
I'm 6'4", 275, 280 pounds.
That's what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
folks. Be nice. I will buy a book from you, Tom. I'll tell you that right now. I will. I will.
All right, so tell us about the job. Yeah.
The bottom line is we got the guy's jacket. A jacket is just a file on somebody.
the record.
And I was basically, since I've known about how that works and all of that, we hunted the person down. And basically, when you get signed down on anything that's 10,000 or more, you have to have co-signers. It's like you're buying a house. You got to have co-signers to verify, that money. Okay, because now if you can't find a defendant, what I did was I go to the co-signers and I scare the crap out of them. I go to the house with the jacket and I say, listen, you're responsible for this money. I'm going to be here every day. I'm going to take your house. I'm going to follow you to work. I'm going to go to your church. I'm going to talk to your pastor. I'm going to find your son.
The Lord knows you're.
He's around the corner in the house, man. He's around this corner. Most of the people
would give him right up.
Give him right up. Because they don't want to see me.
Yeah, they don't want to see you
They don't
coming
want to see
back.
me.
Yeah.
And I was paid.
Sing like a bird.
I got paid for that night. I got made over close to $2,000 for the bond. I'm like, man, do you have more cases?
Do you have more cases? Give me more.
I took a whole stack.
How long did you do that for?
I did
Tom?
it for 14 years.
Holy God, we knew you.
I was the most sought after bounty hunter in the state of North Carolina because I knew how to work the cases.
Yeah.
And I knew how to
Amazing.
talk to people. You
Right,
follow
you
what
know,
I'm
that's
saying?
the key.
And
If
I
I
knew how
may,
to, the bottom line is
he
I
knows
knew
how
how
to
to
talk to people.
I knew how to make people give people up.
Yeah,
Look
right.
at him,
You
though.
follow
If
what
you
I'm
look
saying?
at him,
So I
You
turned my
had that
life-
street
scary.
smart from New York
But
and North
yes.
Carolina,
No,
so
I'm just-
forget it. That's
Exactly.
it, yeah.
So I turned my life around. I'm happy about that. I don't have any more warrants. Do I look over my shoulder? Or do I go to a restaurant? Do I sit facing the door? Yeah, I'll always do that. Do I check out everybody
do
that's in
that.
a room? When I'm sitting somewhere, I'll be looking at
It's just
everybody.
a
I'm checking
natural thing,
everybody
too.
It's just
out
what they
all
do.
the time,
Joe
no
does
matter
it all
where
the
I go.
time. Craziness. Even on a bike, we're riding down the road. I swear to God, bro. I didn't mean to interrupt you. We're on the turnpike, and all of a sudden, some people roll down the window. I'm thinking they're gonna yell at my buddy on the bike. Joe, is that you? I'm like, we're doing like 70 miles an hour, and Joe's got his fan club. I swear to you, bro. And he's lying. It happened. to
Tommy,
him.
listen, we appreciate you coming by.
I appreciate
so
you guys
much.
having me. Thank
Tell
you.
us how we find
Thank
the
you.
book, where we go.
We got to go to our website.
Go to our website.
They're gonna have links to get the book on your website.
It's already set up. You can actually go there, and you would go under Tommy Harden. Well, you can actually look at the Hardening, which is the name of the book, and the
can
link will bring you right to the website. There you can go
Exactly.
ahead.
Website
You can follow me
is
on Instagram, Facebook.
powerupRadiotv.com.
Thank
so
you.
go on there. You can find all of our guests. You can find Tommy.
The clip
Khalilah,
we just showed will
everybody
be up
else.
there. The whole show will be up there.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks,
Tommy,
guys, for
again,
having
thank
me.
you again. I
Thank
want
you,
you to
guys.
stay longer.
Thank
Gotta
you.
come back again. Tommy Harding, great guy. Love that man.
Tommy. Yes.
Boom.
So Tommy, please, Khalilah, please stay for the last guest that we have, which I think is going to be very much so impressive.
Tough acts to follow.
Well, this act itself, I've met James Dentley, who is our next guest, and we're going to bring him on. He's remote, and I just want to set this up because he is an amazing speaker, and his story is just incredible. And I just want to go over a few things with respect to James. He's an entrepreneur, best-selling author, speaker since 1982, has visited 750 cities in all his process of being a speaker, 34 countries, business strategist, mentor, philanthropist, husband, and just an amazing speaker. I've met James a little while back, and actually his official title is Sir Dr. James Dentley III. We'll ask him how he got the sir part in a minute. But this person has just done amazing work in the African American community and continues to support children in his philanthropic work and his mentoring, and all that he does is create motivational speaking. And his circle has just made a very big difference across the country in many different countries, and talking about the motivation and moving and strategizing to make business happen, how to make residual income, and a number of other things. So if we can bring Sir Dr. James Dentley on. There he is.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing, sir?
I am loving this show. You know, Tommy was so impactful. Just when I thought I was done with my past, Tommy just brings it all the way back. Oh my goodness.
Woo! Did not know that part of you, James. Oh, look at that. We're going to have to dig a little deep here.
Yeah, every time I try to get away, they drag me back in.
James, thanks so much for being here. We actually have so much we want to talk about. You and I, we met several years ago, and you've done so much, and you've really done a lot of work to help me and my brand and where we are right now. We have a couple of announcements that we can also share. But James, welcome to the 6th Borough. You've heard a little bit about our show, what our platform is about. We have Mama Ali with us. I don't know if you've ever met Mama Ali, but if you haven't, this is a person you need to meet. He's coming down next weekend to actually speak at a summit. That he's going to be. We'll talk a little bit about that in a minute, but this is someone you need to meet.
Does he know anybody by the name of Yvonne? Yvonne Bentley?
Dentley.
Yvonne?
Yeah,
No, but
Yvonne
apparently-
Bentley. Do you know Yvonne Bentley?
I don't, but it's with a D. My last name is a D, not B.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
D's and
okay.
Dentley, yeah.
Then,
Yeah.
Well, I would like to meet you, my dear friend.
I think there's a lot.
have heard of him though.
Yeah, a
I
lot
have
of
heard of
symmetry
him.
here.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I
a lot of
wanna
synergy that's
follow
going
Tony
on
around.
here. So,
Yes.
like everything else that we do on the show, we want to cover a little bit of where you came from, how you built your brand, and give a little personality to you, and say, talk about the projects that you're working on, and about JD3 TV and the summit that you're going to be presenting. So, fill us in. Who is James?
Wow. Well,
She talks a lot.
I have a saying that a life worth living is worth recording. I'm really happy that Tommy Harden is bringing his documentary out. Mine premiered last May in the Imagine Theaters, and now on the network, we produce a ton of documentaries from the LIIIIVEEEEE and through the Think and Grow Rich brand, but just really helping people to share their story and get it out there, their legacy, to have the anchor and the foundation of where you come from. Because at the end of the day, we hear the whole cliche that somebody hit rock bottom. Well, I don't think you hit rock bottom, you just hit rock foundation. All you can do is own what it is, where you come from, what you have, the tools to work, because the goal of all things in life is to live, to survive, and really to thrive and live life in full expression. I grew up in a Chicago, Illinois, in an area called Inglewood, which is one of the Chi-Town. That's it. One of the toughest places in Chicago, the ones that people say they don't want to go around. I was an athlete. My mother raised myself and three sisters, working in a grocery store in the daytime. And I found ways to create money because we didn't have any. If I wanted anything extra at all, a piece of candy, and if it cost a penny, I had to go earn it. So early, I had no problem going out to work for it, but then I figured out I can create money. I could just solve a problem and fill a need. And the hot summer days in Chicago is sticky, it's humid, and I could take my mother's Kool-Aid, put it in her Dixie cups, freeze it, and sell it for a nickel and dime. And I had a great business until we ran out of Kool-Aid and sugar. I didn't understand about replenishing, but I knew how to create stuff, guys. And like Tommy, I grew up in an area where, I pretty much was good. I got a job at 17 at a restaurant called Church's Fried Chicken, $2 an hour. And I lived in a rough neighborhood, man. I had to go through 18 gang territories walking to school every single day.
Where were you at, the Wild 100s?
Excuse me?
Where were you at, the Wild 100s?
No, no, no. I was on 69th and Union, right off of Halsted.
Oh,
Okay, I know where
Yeah,
it's at.
I'm from
69th
Humboldt
and
Park.
Union.
That was really
Yeah.
Sounds like that's a worse area according to his
That's
facial
really
expression.
bad.
That's really
That's
bad.
Yeah.
really bad.
I grew up in
Yeah,
Humboldt
you
Park,
wanna-
and we knew about not to go there.
Yeah, but we were athletes, so a lot of the gang members didn't bother us. But we learned to fight. I was a martial artist for 13 years, and life was good. When I was 18, I was the youngest general manager, Church's Fried Chicken in the nation. I thought I was rich, but I lived with my mama, so it's easy to be rich when you live with your mama.
That's the truth.
And then I moved out on my own and found out that wasn't the case. But I moved up in there, and I decided I wanted to live a faster life, so I did that. And in my documentary, my life is out there. Everything that I've done, from the things I've done in the street. And, it was a good life, but I knew it wasn't something that was for me. The ups were great, the downs were hard. And I knew I had to make a shift. So I went back to the foundation as my mother had raised me. And I left Chicago and moved to Atlanta. And someone tricked me into going to look to a meeting. And I didn't want to go. I said, I'm not into those things. And it gets me to go to a meeting. I joined this company as a joke and then accidentally made $4.6 million part-time. And I was sleeping in my car.
That's one heck of a joke.
Yeah. Well, I learned that, I have an honorary doctorate degree. I'm a knight of the Royal Order, the oldest Royal Order in the world, House of Cappadocia with Constantine the Great and St. Helen. And I'm very honored. I'm the highest ranking person in the Royal Order in this nation. And it's a great honor, but it allows me to get a pathway because, see, in school, I never even tried to get an A or a B. I just wanted to get out of there. I tell people my report card was full of D's. I thought I had a B one time, but it was really two D's real close to each other. Not a B. It was not a B. But I was smart. I just worked the job at the restaurant from 6 in the evening, and I got home at 3:30 in the morning, had to be back at school at 8:30. So I slept my way through school, and I could dress because I had a check, so I charmed my way through school as well. My teachers would model my clothes because I learned how to talk. So after running the restaurants, I found that I had this gift to teach people how to create the success that I had. I didn't have a mentor, so to speak, from watching people and from afar. My mother, my church, mentors as far as character, but I still pushed that envelope. But I was able to take 14 of my high school classmates and get them into management. In my later career, after joining that company, they tricked me into joining. I took about 80 plus people in that company in traditional business and helped them build 7 to 8 figure businesses. And it is not because I'm good. All I did was tell people what was told to me, and it worked that they listened. And I had work ethic. I didn't invent any of the things, and they had to do the work, so I can't take credit for it. But I like the fact that I dedicated my life to trying to help people win. Because just like Tommy, I didn't have to be here. The things I've done, the life I've lived, I could have been dead. I could have been in jail. And by the grace of God, it didn't happen. But I still have a story. Gold Teeth to Gold Jacket. That's my good friend Edrin James' book. He's a Hall of Fame football player. Was with Miami when Indianapolis Colts that I coach and train. But, in teaching and training and coaching people, not only to be speakers, but how to start, grow, and scale business. Because I found that most people, and especially minorities, nobody teaches us how to grow and scale.
Hello.
We have ideas to start a business, but we didn't know how to set it up. And I've lost a lot of money. I started things. I've had about 30 companies. A lot of them didn't work, but I just kept going. And I figured it out. And when you keep going like that, you're running to people because what you really wants you. You're running, whatever you're doing. I know Tommy can agree with this. Whatever you're doing, if you stay engaged in it, good or bad, you're going to run into people that's going to match that energy.
Right.
That's just the way it is. You're going to run into people that's going to match it. So I started running into people that became my mentors. And when I was homeless, sleeping in the car and refused to quit, refused to call mama, sisters, friends to bail me out, and had to grow up in Atlanta, shut off myself from the world and start reading books. And I just became an avid reader, and now I publish several books and workbooks. We have a great nonprofit. We've done a lot of incredible, we do empowerment seminars and conferences and retreats to help people grow and scale and collaborate and build great relationships with people. And, and at 65 years old, my proudest accomplishment is that I realized that when I got my AARP card and could use it, I got my car insurance down 50%. And today my health insurance went down
nice.
$1,500 a month for me to $400. Praise the Lord, boy. I'm just happy to be here. So, you know, we
Amen.
started our TV network. We do a lot of cool stuff, but you know, you can just ask me the next question.
Yeah, it's great being a senior. I'm with you on that one.
Hey, it's great to
I'm
be
in heaven
alive.
down here in Florida, trust me.
James,
That's
you
right,
have
that's right.
actually shared the most I've ever really known about you, and we can't say thank you enough for you sharing. But one thing for sure is I've actually seen you talk at your presentations, and you're forever dedicated to sharing your knowledge. And
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you, because
Yeah.
our children are young adults. They're hungry for information, and they
Mhm.
need the guidance. And this is the month, you know, that we're recognizing Black History Month, and it's very important that we encompass and set the example, raise the bar, and make it our
Yeah.
mission.
Well
You know,
said. Well
make your
said.
story, your mess that
Mhm.
you were in, your message. And
Yeah.
honestly, I'm so glad that you're on this show. So tell us about the projects that you're working on now.
I don't know.
Well, you know, first of all, JD3 TV. You know, in business, you simply have to solve a problem and fill a need. I've been speaking, training, and coaching for over 28 years and done it all over the world. I've been in front of over 1 million people and found a gift. And I don't really use the word motivation. I like the word to inspire, because inspiration will pull you towards your dreams
I
and
like
goals.
that.
I like
I
that.
find that most people have two challenges. Number one, they don't have clarity on what they really want. And number two, if they have an idea about what they want, they don't know how to get it. You know, so the Bible says, first ye be transformed by renewing of your mind. And we live in a world today, especially minorities, and minorities can be women or anybody who's struggling, but then people who look like I look. You know, when you look at this and say, right now, we live in the most incredible times, but they're also challenging times. And in a world that's shifting and changing, it's like you're walking up an escalator that's coming down. If you don't keep stepping up, by default, you're going to lose. Think about 2 years ago, minimum wage was like $9 an hour, and everybody was complaining. Now it's $15 to $21 an hour, but the price of chicken doubled. Price of eggs doubled.
Hello.
You meant
So
eggs.
they,
Wait,
you know,
eggs doubled.
everything doubled.
More like
You know,
tripled.
it ain't just a baby chicken. Everything doubled. Gasoline, everything went up. So they put us right back into this same trap. And right now, when you look at the blockchain and all the ways to create revenue that's coming down the pike with apps and all these great things, that people don't have the access, or they don't have the mentorship to know and to be aware. So first of all, I believe it's about becoming awake, or become awakened. And think of it like this. Here's the thing that's so cool. Everything that you ever see, utilize, and enjoy today, once upon a time, never existed. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Everything in the rooms you're in, once upon a time, it didn't exist, right?
Correct.
But it exists now. So everything's created out of the void. But here's the key. Everything that we enjoy today that didn't exist, everything needed to create it was already here.
There you go. Absolute.
Wow.
But we couldn't
Well
see
put.
it. So we couldn't see it. So now the key is, and what I learned and what I like to share with people is that when you stretch your mind and your imagination, because we're driven by habit, we're driven by 85% is subconscious habits. You know, what you live, you learn. What you learn, you practice. What you practice, you just become. We assimilate what we hang around. You hang around 4 broke people, you're going to be the 5th one. If your kids are hanging around people that get in a lot of trouble, by default, if they're in the wrong place at the wrong time or the right place at the wrong time, they're getting in trouble too. The record's going to go because they're going to come sweep everybody that looks like them and everybody that's associated with them.
Yep.
So it's not like you have to leave your friends, but you change it by creating bigger goals. Stop playing small. 5 years ago, there was a millionaire being created every 2 days. Now there's a billionaire being created every 2 days.
Amazing.
Now we got companies worth $1 trillion now. So all we have to do, does it cost us more to think bigger? To imagine bigger? Are you feeling me?
Yeah, I'm feeling you, brother. I'm feeling you.
You see a pretty girl, or you see a handsome guy, and you imagine. And most of the relationships you got, you manifested. You bought a house that you seen and claimed it. You couldn't afford it, but you got it. And if you tap into those things that are already in you, everything that you want, you can acquire, and you can create the next step. But you have to stretch your vision, which means you have to have goals.
And you got to get out of your comfort zone.
That's right.
Get out of your comfort zone.
Good point, Kenny.
Yeah, exactly. Because conformity is the enemy. It's not failure. Failure, you just learn from it. We all fail. Yeah, when I checked myself into rehab for 28 days, I didn't feel so good about myself. I just got 4 standing ovations in front of 7,000 people and went to a hole and had to own that. I had to go. I did my own intervention.
I got a question. Are you still in Chicago?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So,
Yes, I
James,
am.
tell us about JD3 TV. We're really curious.
Okay, JD3 TV is a platform that I created because when COVID came, speakers that I had trained had no place to speak. I looked at television and everybody had a virtual office, a virtual audience. So I understood that we had something that other people didn't have. Number one, we had a network and a database. Number two, we had the means, but I'd never done it before. But JD3 TV is a platform that I can bring people in, like yourself, that they can have their own channel and get their own content. Because remember, you solve a problem and fill a need. Whether we have the TV shows, we have movies, we have the master class, which teaches people in personal and business development. But we created a membership instead of subscription, so that the people who view the content is gamified. They can win trips, they can win prizes, they can win access to different events, whether it be nonprofit events with big time celebrities. They can win. We we do contests where we'll build out small small stories about their life or their mother's or grandmother's life to engage them in a different way. And we're putting in a social media aspect where they can connect and you can build your own community. Because in every other place that I've been, they have some great platforms, YouTube and all of them. YouTube does $1.5 billion every 2 weeks, but they don't share it and you don't get your data. And a key valuation of any business is the database. If you have a database, Tommy sells 10,000 books before he writes it. And he got a sequel in him because he's got too much life in there. He got some more stories. So you build the database out, you build the community, and you nurture that community, and you build on it, and you learn from them, they learn from you. So JD3 TV, we created it that way where everyone had their own channel, where everyone could get paid like the network gets paid, residually. People pay a subscription, they get a check too. They refer people, they get a check too. They get enough, they get profit sharing. They get more, they get equity in the company and get some ownership.
So that brings us, James has been working on this for quite some time. And unbeknownst to me, I'm actually on the network from other elements that I was working on. Yes, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But either way, you've actually created something from nothing. I mean, like you said, everything is already there. You're the most impressive person I've ever met with respect to the ability to really express. But what I really want to do, we're coming close to the end of the show, and I want to talk about the event that you're going to be speaking at. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, Kessa asked me to speak about this, and she told me she knew you. And the Global Awaken Summit is going to take place on February 24th to the 26th in Miramar, Florida, at City Hall. And this event is going to be incredible. I met her many years ago at the City Summit when I was getting my Legacy Award there. And it was just about the heart to give back and make the world just a little bit better. And that's what it's all about. So when you get people to come together, some of my great friends I'm looking at up here from Forest Riley on, we're going to have a VIP mastermind, a VIP yacht experience, a VIP mixer, personal business development, impacting your spirit, your physical life, your financial life, people coming together to help make each other better. And I can tell you one thing, this event is going to be so impactful because I know the people, I'm going to come in virtually, but I know the people are going to be there. I've mentored many of them. I've worked with the rest of them. And these are some bad folks who committed their life to just try to help people become better. So when you show up there in an environment like that, then better shows up in your life because 80% of success comes in showing up. So you can go to the website there, but put in the code 1111, and you put in that code and mention my name, you get a 50% discount on that event.
Well, thank you so much, James. We really, really appreciate your time. We've got to have you back on, and we'll have to talk some more. We are running to the close of our show, and we have 1 minute left, and I can't thank everyone that has been here. This has been an amazing show.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing show. Thank you to all of you. Khalilah, Tommy, James, you guys are the bomb. You are setting the benchmark very high, and thank you. It went like that. Thank you so much, everyone. We're coming to a close. Happy President's Day. See you next week.
God bless you guys. Peace.
6th Borough and Power Up Hour Quick shout out to all of our sponsors, Hideaway Lounge and Club in Palm Beach, Get Solar with Tom, Pizza Rica, and of course I'd like to thank all my co-hosts out there, Denise, Joe, Mag Chop, Kenny. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, for listening. The 6th Borough, and now you know. Whoop, 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 whoop.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility